Welcome, everyone, and welcome to Progressive Discussions. I'm your host, James P. Madonna. It happens to be the end of the first month already, the end of January 2022. And I am here with my illustrious co-host from the state of Michigan, the one and only BC of BC Beer Reviews, and from the state of Washington, Mr. Jason Cleveland, my political right-hand man, political analyst and journalist and investigator. And you will see the debut of our brand new spinning wheel. That's right. What goes up must come down. Spinning wheel got to go round. You will see it on this show. And I will now bring on my Oh, what happened? What happened? He must have commotion going on. Okay, gotcha. BC.
Hey.
How you
Hi,
doing?
guys.
There he is, and there's Jason Cleveland from the state of Washington. And
good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, we just got done with having an Arctic blast here in the Northeast, the Nor'easter, but Boston got it worse. Eric Fraunfelter got like 27 inches with 75-mile-an-hour winds, and we got the tail end of the Northeaster, which wasn't great, but we had we were down to single digits. Now, what kind of weather have you been having, BC?
It's been cold. I've been cold. I woke up this morning around 6 with the outside being 10 degrees outside. And according to my weather app, when I looked at it this morning, it doesn't give wind chills, but it's a good thing because the wind was pretty calm this morning. Because generally when I let my dog out, there's a smokestack, like, I don't know, 500 feet or so from my house. And you can see the smokestack or the smoke coming out of the stake. And it's just like a column upon a column. So you had the smokestack column, and then you had the column with the smoke coming out of that smokestack.
Really?
So you knew it was calm. So,
well, we had 9 degrees, which is about the same as you.
Yeah.
A low of 9 degrees, and it was pretty damn cold. I mean, but because I have these huge old-fashioned steam radiators, they're too efficient. I only have two of them turned on, the nozzles, because
Yeah.
if I and I had to crack open my kitchen window a couple inches because if I had them all going, I would suffocate from the heat. That's how damn efficient these old-fashioned steam
Oh,
radiators are.
so you would probably had a heat stroke with all that radiators going on. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, they're really. I don't care what people say. They might laugh and say, "Ah, ha, ha, those are ancient. Those are old fashioned. Nobody has them anymore." Let me tell you, I have a big apartment, and the fact that I only need two of them on that that says a lot about their effectiveness. Uh,
Yeah. Well, it also depends on how well you keep it up too, or maintain it. Because sounds like you got them pretty well maintained.
yeah, well, they're not. It's not an oil burner in this apartment building. It's
Yeah.
natural.
Well, all I was getting at was I had an apartment probably about 20 years ago, and they had radiator heaters, and oh my god, it the only time they got hot is when you were like right on top of them, and I would loosen them up. So I don't know.
Yeah, well, maybe because these are big. I mean, these are pretty big. I mean, they're. I have to be honest with you. Nah, yeah, these are pretty big. These are big. Anyway,
How big is your building, James?
what's that?
How many floors in your building?
3. I'm on the second floor, and I actually I normally would prefer the first floor, but I have a much better view than the people on the second floor. I have a much better view than people on the on the first floor. I just want to show you something that a little tip for you guys that know how to do laundry, or you ladies that do laundry for both women and men in the household. And what I did was, how when you're doing laundry and you're doing socks, and then when it's all done, you have to find the buddies, you have to find the pairs, to put the socks together, and it's a pain in the ass, really. I ordered a whole bunch of these old-fashioned, nostalgic, they're water resistant. I mean, I'm sorry, not water resistant. They're rust resistant clothespins. And what I do is I clothespin when my socks are coming off, when they're dirty. I clothespin them together. I mean, safety pin. What the fuck am I saying? Let me start again.
Who's on first?
Who's on first? Old fashioned, rust resistant, nostalgic, retro safety pins. I pin the socks together so the pairs stay together in the wash dirty, and when they come out clean and still together. But you have to make sure you go all the way into the center of the sock, then turn it and stick it through. You can't just like pin it on the end, and it works out. Now you don't have to find the buddies for
That's
you
actually quite a good idea.
for you people out there that find it a nuisance to be finding the socks, the duplicate sock, the right foot, left foot, and bring them together again. You got to go through the whole laundry to find them. So I just thought give some
Plus, James, when you have
laundry tip.
the washing machine will go clank, 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 kind of like if you wash like a pair of jeans that has some loose change in it.
Right.
And everybody in the building can hear the.
Now, I also ordered for my sister, because I don't use a dryer. I put my clothes on a big accordion laundry rack, and I stick it in front of big radiator in the living room. I don't need to spend money on a dryer.
Oh,
So
so
I
it's kind of like air drying, yeah.
Yeah, so it air dries fast. So for my sister, because she has the washer and dryer in the basement, nice big ones, I got her on Amazon these dryer balls. They're like plastic balls with little spikes on them, and they came in a pack of 8. And what it does is it speeds up the drying time of your clothing. So she's been using it, and she says, James, it absolutely works. Dryer balls do work. Now, if you go to a laundromat, you people, I'm just want you to know the motherfuckers, the people that own the laundromats, it's usually an old foreign guy who's really tight with the dollar, because they all are. They set the thermostat lower on the dryer. So guess what? If you have a big load of clothes, you might have to run it twice through the dryer and spend more money to get it real dry. And
Well, let's maybe play the alternative topic to that, James, is that he's spending more money, or he or she are spending more money on energy. So they might say, "Oh yeah, well we're making an extra 50 cents off of James, but it's going to cost us $1 to run that extra load." So they might be losing money.
well, if that's the case, I mean, a person shouldn't have to run their clothes through a dryer twice. So if there's a problem with overhead versus profit, just increase the cost of running your clothes through the dryer once, and have people end up with dry clothes with one cycle. I mean, to put in whatever the hell you got to put in 75 cents or whatever twice is not fair.
I agree.
Just if you got a problem, raise the fee on the dryer.
Is that one of those dryers where they have like the little 3 coin slots like this, and you put the coins in there like that, and then you have to force it in real hard?
Well, yeah, you see, the washing machine in this building, it's a Maytag, it's a new one, and it's coin operated. And like you said, I have to put the coins in vertically, and I have to stick them in the slots, and then go whammo. Hold on.
What a pain.
I have to jam the quarters in by pushing it. And but it's, you're talking about $1.75. And $1.75, I think it's $1.75 to wash it, $1.75 to dry it. I'm not going to spend $1.75 a pop to dry it. I got the cordine there, right? I got my wooden clothespins. I got the clothes right in front of the big radiator, and it's a big one. And the clothes, like BC said, they air dry fast. There's no need at all for me to spend money on a dryer. So for you people that do laundry, I just threw some handy household tips at you. And so we do consumer advocate advice. We do advice on just about every damn thing. We give advice, and I want to talk about something that's very common in today's capitalism. It's all too common, and it's really extremely underhanded and dishonest, but it's allowed. It's called price gouging. And I'm going to start off by, I mean, everybody knows, whether it be rents, mortgages, utility costs, cable, the car insurance, everything is price gouged today. And at one time, price gouging really wasn't legal. Just like monopolies were frowned upon, during Ronald Reagan's days. He used to talk against monopolies, and rightfully so. Now, today, I want to talk about the healthcare industry. I found out firsthand that let's take a cancer patient who has to undergo radiation treatment. You know what the fuck they charge the insurance company, these hospitals, and these thermography clinics? What they charge the insurance company per visit, $2,100 per visit, and the patient has to pay a copayment if he's got really good insurance, $60 per visit. So if usually can radiation treatments go from 35 visits up to 45 visits. So that's $60 a pop, adds up fast. But think about it. At 35 or 45 times $2,100 that these fucking blood-sucking vampires are ripping off the insurance companies because now, you know, if you have Medicare, it's like Obamacare. If you have Medicaid or Medicare, you have to choose an insurance company. Okay, that works with the Medicare. Okay, so the insurance company is the first billing source. The first people they bill is the insurance company. Medicare will be a distant secondary if they bill them at all. So they hit the insurance company with the bill as whereas before the Medicare only covered 80% of the bill, and the poor soul that has Medicare had to pay the remaining 20%, which is a rip-off in itself. Okay, we have the one and only, the victim of the nor'easter himself from southeastern Massachusetts. We have Thomas Meadow 75 of Massachusetts Beer Review.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey, Eric.
Cheers.
Welcome.
Cheers.
So what I was saying is it's it's legalized price gouging. I mean, insurance cancer patients' insurance is billed $2,100 for each radiation treatment. Cancer patient has to pay a $60 copay. Radiation goes from 35 to 45 visits. That's a lot of money. So price gouging with healthcare is probably the worst highway robbery going. Then you have everything else. You got the cars. I wish Mr. Clean comes on because I want him to talk about his experience with Car Shield, which is a complete bogus bullshit. Yeah, it really is. They pick and choose what they want to fix, Eric. They pick and choose what they want to pay the mechanic for.
Oh, you said Car Shield. Yeah.
Car Shield is like insurance for car repairs.
Yeah, like an extended warranty.
Now, Jason investigated the car buying apps like Carvana, Vroom, and they got real bad reviews, right, Jason?
Oh, Carvana, yeah. We were
Even
I think
Vroom.
it was a couple weeks ago. We sort of Vroom or Carvana, both of them are.
Oh, both of them, really.
Both of them. Well, you know, it's like everybody. In my opinion, people have. They rarely give compliments. They always give their bad feedback. Right? It's kind of the way that things go.
True.
But there's like, you know, over 5,000 negative reviews on the Better Business Bureau website. And I even sent you, I think, James, earlier this week, how the Better Business Bureau is, that's a shady organization too, because they're getting money from the government and from some of these companies to silence people and to not do true investigative objective research on what's going on, because the politicians have lined their pockets too, James.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm see if I can't find that
Well,
article.
that's what usually happens when the when the lobbyists meet with congressmen, senators, the corporation sends the lobbyists, and they owe big favors for the big campaign.
Here we go, James. I found the article.
Oh, really?
I don't know if we want to get into screen sharing already, but I got it. I got it saved. I got it teed up. Unless you want to just go right to it.
Yeah. No. It wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
I can bring it up in a flash.
Um,
Okay. How the Better Business Bureau.
Look at this. So it's allegedly non-profit, but it's a money-making machine. I like what this article says: squeezing big money out of businesses in exchange for its coveted stamp of approval.
Oh, wow!
Who's
So they're
approving
paying
what?
off. I heard Google sort of works that way too. So there's the Better Business Bureau. The Better Business Bureau is on the take. How
That's
about
unbelievable? Can you believe it?
They're like everybody else, man. They got to make money, and they want it. And they want that money now. It's my money, and I need it now.
They're
Right?
supposed to.
It's supposed to be not. It's supposed to be a place to complain to that they send. The attorney general can go out there and investigate this stuff, but the money the BBB makes is paid by thousands of companies.
But they're supposed to call it right down the middle.
Funded by the dues-paying businesses and not the consumers.
Oh my God.
We don't trust the Better Business Bureau. I don't anymore. After reading this article, maybe I can put it in the chat.
Well, we also in the
public chat here.
We also
exceeding the limit.
We also did a thorough investigation on the show of the big charities. You remember what we did with them?
Oh yeah.
I mean, they all have CEOs that make astronomical salaries, and it's supposed to be a fundraiser. So they have these administrative costs, and maybe 25 cents, if you're lucky, on a dollar goes to the worthy cause.
Jesus.
So look at that.
And look at, one more thing on this too. They're actually changing reviews. So the F disappeared and it was changed to a no rating. So businesses will just pay the BBB to take these listings off their website, and I mean, that's, in my opinion, all credibility is lost, right?
I mean, I don't mind the Better Business Bureau. I don't really have a problem in general with the premise of what they're doing here, but you still need to know something about the businesses that you want to engage with and you want to spend your money with, regardless of what the Better Business Bureau says. You could have one bad experience, and no matter what the Better Business Bureau says, that's gonna taint your experience with that said company ever wanting to work with them again.
Yeah, I mean, you bring up a great point, Eric. Let's say you're, I don't know, you need maintenance on your building. Let's say you have like a commercial building, and you need to get a contractor in there. You might go to the BBB just to see how reputable or reliable that company is. Any lawsuits pending, any liens on the business, and if you can't trust that, I mean, you're sort of. That's why word of mouth is probably the best way to go about things.
Then there's Angie's List for some of this kind of stuff too out there, where I feel like it's even more in depth. It's actual customer ratings. You can't really go to a Better Business Bureau. I guess you could go to the Better Business Bureau and see customer ratings or ratings for certain things, but you're not really seeing it on the scale like an Angie's List or like a Consumer Report. Where's the best place to buy your car, or what's the best vehicle?
Well, with Google reviews, I heard stories where a local restaurant would have their friends and relatives go on there and give them 5 stars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Or I've seen too. Here's a discount coupon. Oh, that looks excellent.
Yeah, we're gonna show you what Eric is, what I'm gonna open up, and what Eric's having. I just want to tell you, it's back. The Russian bot is back. Always my show. You rap.
No, James. It's not always your show. It's everybody's shows. Everybody's shows has been going on recently.
Doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All you got to do is you put that guy in timeout. You report him. You censor him because Russian spam isn't good for the body. No. But out of these gourmet, out of these instant noodle Oriental varieties that I have remaining from a Christmas gift I got from my brother and his wife. I'm going to do the Mama Oriental style instant noodles, hot and spicy flavors.
So
I'm probably going to add some spring or green onion and probably drop an egg in there. If I have any leftover proteins from dinners gone past, I might throw that in there too. So that's going to take 4 to 4.5 minutes. The water's already boiling. I don't really know exactly what's in this or all of its flavors. There's vegetables, shiitake, spring onion. We'll add more spring onion. And that bowl. Ooh, that bowl that I got. Here's that bowl that I got.
very nice.
That's pretty. Wow.
They sell bowls like that at the Dollar Tree too. I
like how it has holes for the chopsticks and the spoon and everything.
Yeah, let me see if I can even
see that. That's
that.
genius.
Green onion is an excellent additive for these soups.
There you go. That's how you do that. Ooh. Damn.
So that's genius right there. That's presentation. My goodness.
Oh, man, you don't have to dirty your napkin or your table lying the chopsticks on the table.
Let's see what you get in the packet of the ramen. I can hear the water boiling like crazy. Right there's your noodle packet. Yeah, right. There's your noodle. Nice. Okay. A little wider noodle than like a top ramen.
Yeah, like almost like a udon and a ramen.
Yeah, so the Mama is I think it's a Thai noodle. So you have the flavor, you have your like MSG, I don't know if it's MSG, but you have your powdered flavor. And then this here is the chili powder. Ooh, interesting. And then they have spring onion mix and some other freeze-dried vegetables you put on top of that. And you put all these, I don't know exactly what you do. You add noodles, seasoning, and garnish into the boiling water. Simmer for 4.5 minutes. Remove from heat. Ready to serve. All right, I will go do that, and we'll be done in 4.5 minutes.
What kind of beer? What kind of beer are you drinking before you go to the boiling water?
Sure, I grabbed an IPA since hot and spicy foods seem to do well with an IPA. And this is the Space Cake Double IPA from the Clown Shoes Brewing Company, which I believe is now owned by the Harpoon Brewery. So they're putting these things out. And it's a 9%er. 9%.
Oh,
double.
Man.
I like that glass.
The singer of my band, Oxblood Forge, his brother, Phil McKay, he works in distribution for Clown Shoes. So as a thank you for letting his brother's band use our practice space and my drum set, he gave me a 4-pack of this stuff. So thank you, Mr. Phil McKay, for the beer. All right.
Yeah,
that's very nice.
You guys could promote them and get a nonstop supply like Ronald Theriot gets from some companies.
From where does he get it from? What's that brand out of Polaner, right? Yeah, Polaner.
Yeah, he gets a lot of freebies from people for giving him a good review. But that looks good.
All right.
Man. That looks like
I'm gonna go boil up these noodles and we'll come back for some kind of review on that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just tell people. I'm gonna show what I'm gonna open up, which I already brought on a live show already, but it was sent to me by my wonderful good friend and co-host, Mr. Jason Cleveland, and from the state of Washington. He sent me a fermented beverage grab bag in a very well packed box.
I can't believe we had a casualty. I just can't believe it.
One casualty. The box. I don't think King Tut was this well wrapped, to be honest with you. So now,
Oh, that's funny.
Now, I just want to say that what I do is getting back to the Asian noodle soups. Yeah. I go to Whole Foods and I get a large quantity of green onion fresh, and you know, they look like scallions. There's really not a big difference between them, except scallions I think has a larger bulb on the end. I take them home, clean them good, and I cut them in segments about a few inches long, and I put them in a 1-gallon Ziploc freezer bag, and I freeze them. They freeze well. One of the very few veggies that freeze well. And then when I want to make soup like Eric Frauenfelder's making, I just take it out of the freezer and add it, because you got to add something, you know, substantial.
The MSG flavor packet, right? No.
Yeah, you want something to chew on. You want to see some green in there. You know, I mean, I could add some kombu seaweed. I buy the dry seaweed also, you know, or it could be whatever seaweed you get. Now, I'm going to open up one of the beers that Jason Cleveland sent me. Accumulation by New Belgium Brewing Company, Winter Hazy IPA, 6.5 alcohol by volume, Winter Hazy IPA, and it has like a lemon juice, grapefruit juice, very hazy appearance.
Hell yeah!
And
how do you like that one there, James?
It's good. No, really, it's not. It's very hop forward. Hold on, let me wait into this. I'm going to take a sledgehammer to this Logitech camera one of these days. Keeps on blurring me. I think that Zuckerberg, that hawk-nosed bastard, is trying to sabotage me. Motherfucker. Anyway, here it is. It's a very hazy, lemony-looking IPA, and I was very impressed how long the head stood in the glass. It even clinged to the glass as I was finishing it on the other show. I mean, the head just clinged to the glass, and it has a lovely floral, citrusy, and hoppy smell, and the flavor is just the same. And it's not, it's very refreshing. It's not like overpowering with super bitter hops. It does tell you, it does have several different hops in it. I don't have the website up, but it does have some pretty impressive hops, and it has. They tell you what kind of malts are used and what kind of yeast is used, which I like. And another thing I like, they get right to the point. This New Belgium brewery, they just give you the exact ingredient that goes into the brew, without playing a violin, telling people how they're the best damn thing since God created, you know, the universe. You know, no violin playing. They just get right into the ingredient. And as
add some steak tips to that, Brumman. All right.
Okay, now I will drink this refreshing. Now after this, I'm gonna have the dry hard cider.
Oh, I'm curious how you like that. Have you had that yet?
Not yet. I'm saving it. I was saving it. Yeah, dry hard cider.
Cool, yo.
And then eventually I will have the regular hard cider, and then eventually I would have that other special hard cider. Well, the first two are called Yonder, right?
That's
and
right.
The other one is got a real cute name, like the tall fancy can has an interesting name.
Outsider, I think.
Yeah, Outsider.
Yeah, I was like, what's the name of it? Outsider. That's
yeah,
right. Outsider.
Cider. Outsider. Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Outsider, like the movie with Patrick Swayze.
Well, except it's spelled like apple cider. We're to see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
talking about Patrick Swayze last night there? Yeah.
Now, what do you do? What are you doing there, BC? You got any snacks or beer or anything?
Right now I'm rolling some cigarettes. I've got like 2 small potatoes. Probably
hold on. Let me block this Russian bot.
Thank you.
up this big.
Yeah, he comes back
Oh,
with the names. Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Potatoes, BC.
yeah, 2 small potatoes, and I still got some of that pork loin from last weekend with the kielbasa in it. I was gonna warm some of that up and have that. So
You
figured
really,
about that.
once
Yeah,
you get a vehicle,
yeah.
you got to check out that for $40 a cord there. You got to check out that firewood by you.
Oh, I know. Heck, when I had what was it, a Honda Civic? This was like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and it was like I went down to that place that was selling the cord of wood for $40.
Sound like you're
What I
banging
do
something
is,
doggy style. That sound.
but anyways, I'd load up the trunk full of that wood, and then I would have to get a tarp, put it on the back seat, and then fill up the back seat with the rest of the wood. So,
Yeah. What was it? A hatchback Honda Civic?
they had a regular trunk. Well, I guess it is a hatchback, yeah.
You could always tie. I mean, how? Yeah, but a cord of wood. I mean, isn't that too big for the trunk of a Honda Civic?
Well, that's why I put it in the back seat.
Bed of a Honda Civic, totally. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, and then the secret is you have to have a nice dry place to keep it.
Yeah, I had I guess a plank of wood, and what I did was probably like I don't know 8 feet long, and probably about I don't know this wide, about that thick. What I did was I stacked the wood up on top of it, and then I threw a tarp on top of it, so make sure it didn't get wet.
Okay. Well, yeah, because you're gonna like over here we got these Brazilian rodizio barbecue places, all you can eat barbecue, and
Yeah,
they use firewood to barbecue their meats.
yeah,
Jason went to a famous place in Austin, Texas called the Salt Lick, and they have a huge fire pit right in the middle of the restaurant. They use firewood.
yeah.
They use
It
firewood.
kind of reminds me of what is it? I don't know if you guys have it, but we got what's called a Mongolian barbecue. And
Well,
it's
that's like a griddle. That's like
yeah,
a griddle. Yeah. Yeah, they have a Mongolian barbecue at the buffet I used to go to before the pandemic, the Royal Hibachi. Yeah, yeah, Royal Hibachi. They have the sushi bar section. They had the Mongolian barbecue. They had the hard ice cream station where you scoop your own hard ice cream. All different flavors.
yeah,
James, is that one of those places where you get a bowl and you can put whatever you want in the bowl, and then you tell them I want beef with it, and then they throw everything on there, and then they say, "Do you want spicy chili oil and all that, like a Mongolian?"
Yeah, Mongolian barbecue.
Yeah.
They have all the raw veggies and frozen meats already, deep boneless and sliced, and you put the raw ingredients on a big plate. Because it shrinks, I have to get 2 plates.
Of
Otherwise,
course.
yeah, I would end up with a tiny bit of food. So I would, put what I like, the mushroom. I love mushrooms. I put a lot of mushrooms, the meat of my choice. And then I would hand it to him and he would start stir frying it. And he would ask me, how do you want it? You want hot chili oil? You want this? You want, teriyaki? You want, and you tell him what you want on it.
Oh man, Eric, that looks excellent.
Hold on. Let me
There
get a
you go.
bird's eye view of what Eric's got.
Right.
And there is
There we
Eric's
go, people.
special Asian noodle soup bowl. All right, he's got his
Basically-
IPA. Yeah, mama.
Basically egg drop. I drop. I don't have any poached or like hard boiled, so I like to drop the egg in there. I put pieces of some leftover. I forget what the flavoring was. It wasn't that crazy. Leftover steak tip in there. I don't even know if this potentially is some kind of a chickeny flavor or whatever, but we're gonna we're gonna give it a try. There's the green onion and see how this dish goes. I got a spoon in case I need it, and there are your
Well,
chops.
if you want to do the egg in the future, what I would do is, as it's rapidly boiling, I would slowly drop the raw egg into one corner of the pot, like on one side, but do it slowly, and then cover it right away.
Cover it, okay.
So it'll have less of a tendency to spread all over the pot. If you
there's that white substance there as part of that egg. Yep.
The albumin, yeah.
There's the green onion. All right, I will start chowing down and see what I think of this. So
green onion.
Yeah.
Eric, before you dig into that, let's get an update on the weather. How much snow did you get?
We got over 30 inches of snow.
Holy smokes.
Yikes.
At one point yesterday afternoon, I measured 27 inches. I had to go outside. Before I joined you guys because we only have a 2-car garage per 3 cars in my household. So mine was outside. I had to move it around because on the driver's side was where the snow drift was. So I had to clean that thing off. And I tried to get most of the blacktop, showing as much as possible because it is pretty sunny. And I think Thursday is going to be like 49 or 50 degrees or something. So as long as we get some blacktop and some sun, we should be all right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, we're supposed to get 40 up here.
Basically.
On Wednesday.
30 inches.
Yeah. Switching cameras back to me. Here we go. All right. Got the egg. Here's the noodle. Got some pieces of egg on there. Got a little bit of, let's see. Steaming up the glassware.
Steaming up the glasses a little bit.
I haven't really gotten a bunch of spice yet on this. We will have to see. Oh, there's a little bit of the steak tip. All right. It's kind of got a little bit of that shiitake mushroom umami-ish flavor. A little bit. There's a little bit of like a flaked chili pepper kind of a taste in the background. So far it's not super spicy, but it's a nice savory broth, and I'm glad I put the egg and the meat in there. Otherwise, it might be a little on the bland side. I wonder if when I get a little further down in the bowl, so I don't spill it everywhere, I'm going to try to take a sip of the broth and see if it's got any spice. Sometimes these spicier noodles, if they don't have a lot of spice up front, when you get down to the bottom of that bowl where all of it's been marinating, if you will, then that's like really where the spice seems to live sometimes. But so far it's all right. There's the steam. Whoa.
Is this dinner or is this like a snack? Lunch.
It's a good question. It might just be a snack unless I get. It might be dinner unless I get hungry later. See how that goes with the IPA. Ooh. Not too bad. Cuts a little bit of spice that's there. There's a little bit of spice on the middle part of your palate, the base or the majority of the tongue has got a little bit of spice on it. And the IPA is really good, and it cuts the spice, and there's a little bit of a citrusy element. Actually, there's a lot of a citrusy element to the IPA that works well with this broth of the noodles. So far, not super great, but not bad by any means. Yeah.
All right.
That's what I got so far for you all.
Excellent.
As
yeah. So we have something that
Price calculate.
It's going to make a debut that Mr. Jason Cleveland slapped together that is very unique. and it is our spinning wheel of topics, and it's like a game show spinning wheel. And
now maybe we can load it with a couple more, because I've loaded it with everything you said, James. Now, Eric, is there anything, maybe a couple, one or two or three things that you would like to add to the spinning wheel that we can encourage as a good conversation to have? Anything you can think of?
even if you want to, even if it's a craft beer related,
Anything, like you say, right? No holds. This is a no holds barred cage match with no time limit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it could be a controversial topic amongst beer enthusiasts that where people buck heads over often. It could be anything. Could be anything, any subject.
I don't know how political we want to get, but we don't mind. I guess we all four really don't mind politics.
No.
How about like Russia-Ukraine relations or some shit like that?
Yep.
I don't know. Talk about that one maybe.
Well,
where the U.S. is going with that.
Well, that we have politics, but that foreign affairs, foreign relations.
Yeah.
Foreign relations, because what's going to happen is Ukraine is going to might be a here today, gone tomorrow breaking news. We don't know.
Yep. You never know. Okay, so there's that topic.
That's a good one.
Foreign.
You could talk about that. You could talk about that guy that just retired from his profession there, Tom Brady, if you want. And
sports.
We can talk about you can talk about let's see,
craft beer versus the macro fanatics. Craft beer versus macro.
Mm-hmm.
So we could bash the macro fans.
Oh. You might find it hard for me to want to bash that stuff. But yeah, we could talk about macro versus craft and reviewers' opinions on said subject. Yeah.
That's good. Okay, BC, before we load it up here and spin the wheel of shame.
Yeah, we already did Chiseler's Hall of Shame at the beginning of the show.
Yep.
Yeah, this is the.
Let's see, we're already doing beer. So, got anything on food related up there?
Yeah, we've got some nutrition. We've got some food recipes.
Okay. I don't know. Beer and food. I really can't say much of anything.
Relationships.
Yeah, I think I got that there.
Can't think of anything. That's fine. Hello, Jordy.
Jordy's here. Hey, Jordy.
All right, James, are you ready to get the wheel of shame started?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yep.
Okay. Sounds like somebody's patting the baby's bottom there.
Hold on.
Sharing the wheel. All right.
What goes up must come down.
Okay, so here are all the topics we can add, remove, duplicate, even to have a greater chance of winning type thing. So we'll just spin the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Right? Ready? We're going to spin the wheel.
All right.
Spin the wheel, mythicality. No, that's right, trademark. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Cryptocurrency is the topic.
Cryptocurrency.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned. Well, I'm glad the wheel stopped there because cryptocurrency, would that be the same as Bitcoin?
Yes.
Okay, and they're it's controversial because some people say it's a fad, some people say it's a scam, some people say they made money on it. I'm not an expert at it, but I think maybe Jason could shed some light on this.
Yeah, let me just maybe give you a little bit about what I know about it.
Now they're talking about digital real estate. This is the new
digital real estate. Yes. I have a lot of friends that are massive into crypto. And I've kind of stayed away from it because it's unregulated, and it's one of those things that just seems to have taken off recently. Everybody, even Tom Brady, has a crypto ad out. I don't know if you've seen it, but you start to think about what is this, why is it here, and what's the future for it. First and foremost, it is unregulated, meaning you do not have to report your holdings. You don't have to report your trades, any capital gains, any of that stuff it's all unregulated at the moment. And I know that Elizabeth Warren, who James is a big fan of.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the fake Pocahontas?
Yeah. She represents my fun-loving state. She doesn't represent me, but continue.
That's right.
Hey, I could say I'm an indigenous person of the lost continent of Atlantis. My ancestors were on Atlantis.
Oh my goodness, James!
I should get special treatment.
I had to throw that in there because I just think that's hilarious.
Yeah,
but
she's an Indian. I'm next in line to be Pope.
But she wants the Fed and the SEC, and she wants to add some regulation to this, which is causing a lot of the markets are already volatile as it is with inflation and what's going on overseas and everything. But crypto has taken a big hit year to date, which is 30 days old. Like James mentioned, tomorrow's the last day of the month. It's already down $10,000. Right, you're down 21%. That's a big hit, right? That's a massive hit. Now, from my industry, I work in the data storage field, and we buy a lot of hard drives and solid state drives from manufacturers. But to have these mining operations, you need to have massive server farms that take up a lot of power. That are doing a lot of compute exercises. So you're going through hardware quite quickly because you're thrashing on the CPU and the memory and the hard drives pretty much 24 hours a day to mine these coins. I heard there was an interesting article. I think I shared this with you, James. This guy threw away a hard drive in the garbage. And I think the hard drive is worth millions of dollars because it has all this Bitcoin on it.
He didn't wipe it? Oh, God.
Let me see because that was an interesting thing.
Holy shit. Pardon my French. Damn.
Hard drive with Bitcoin, right? This was like a big story. Back in 2013, it has 300 million pounds of Bitcoin on it. He's in the UK. And what he's doing, this is the guy right here, he's actually going through, because the way the landfills work, they like seal it off after every year, and then they kind of pile on top of it, and
sure.
And then they may even close the landfill off and then build a new one. But he has, through it's kind of like archaeology, trying to find a dinosaur bone. He's somehow narrowed it down to where within these like 5 acres, within the period of time that he threw the hard drive in the garbage, where it could be. So he's trying to raise money because the hard drive is worth 340 million pounds, which is probably around $500 million. Wow. With the exchange rate. He's trying to raise money so that he can go in and close the landfill off and then start going through literally by hand to try to find this hard drive. Could you imagine? I mean, they need to do a documentary on this. This is like larger than life stuff. And could you imagine being able to sleep at night knowing that this hard drive is out there worth $500 million? Nuts.
Yeah. I have no sympathy for that.
Somebody pick that up. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody's got that in their house right now using that Bitcoin.
I mean, my problem with the Bitcoin is that you need a government. So you need a government-backed form of currency to buy Bitcoin, which Bitcoin is not backed by any active government currently.
Correct.
Not Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies in general, right? You need a government-backed currency to buy any cryptocurrency, which cryptocurrency in and of itself is not backed by any government government with any real value in the sense of traditional currencies. So the only thing that's driving, as far as I understand, the only thing that's driving value for any cryptocurrency is what everybody will pay for it. What's up?
You're absolutely correct, Eric.
Jordy.
It's backed by nothing, right? You know, the U.S. dollar used to be backed by a gold standard, and then Eric's second favorite president, Richard Nixon, signed into legislation separating the price of the dollar from the gold standard, which caused some inflation to happen. And then his buddy Ronald Reagan came in and fixed it for us.
Reaganomics.
Right.
Yeah.
But
that's where I get off on cryptocurrency and wanting to get into it, because it's the value of cryptocurrency is superficial. It's going to change one day, it's going to change the other, and there's to me at least, I could be wrong, there's literally nothing that makes sense. There's literally nothing. There's no rhyme or reasoning why it's one way one day and one way the other, because it's really a valueless thing. If you were to say if you were to say my napkin is cryptocurrency or whatever it is, and it's worth $100, I'm the only person in the goddamn universe that gave this thing value. Otherwise, here's a napkin, and I said nothing to you, wouldn't have any value. It'd feel like the same thing with cryptocurrency. Ooh, look at the lace. Yeah, but I feel the same way with cryptocurrency. It's some fictitious amount of money that some fictitious person gave fictitious value to. I don't want to mess around with my hard-earned savings on that, but I don't know. There's a $500 million hard drive floating around somewhere, so obviously it's got some value.
There's no international exchange rate value with the cryptocurrency. You know, it's not, like you said, it's not backed by any one government.
Any centralized government.
Yeah. As you could see it, the head here on this hazy winter IPA, it really hangs on to the glass. Jordy, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking an Innocent Gun Original, probably my favorite beer from Scotland.
That's a great.
You tried this one?
Gun Original.
I've had that many times. Good beer.
Bourbon barrel beer. It used to be matured for 77 days, but I don't think they're doing that anymore. It's a single malt whiskey cask matured ale.
Huh. Interesting.
It is here.
Hell yeah.
Oh, I like that. It's like a Killian's red color to it.
Yeah. Good carbonation going as well.
Yeah.
A little bit of sediment in it too. Right at the bottom.
Is that clean filtered, Jordy?
Yeah, I think so. I'm guessing it is. But yeah, this is really good. You're getting toffee, you're getting caramel, you're getting a lovely smoked woody essence to it.
Any vanilla.
Yeah, vanilla right up front on the taste. That's the most prominent. Vanilla and toffee, I would say.
Hell yeah.
Full-bodied, a lot of stuff going on there. Excellent brew. Definitely, man. James, you would love this one.
I love it already by looking at it.
Innocent Gun?
Yeah, Innocent Gun Original. It's from Edinburgh.
You will not have a problem in the United States finding that beer. No, sir.
Very good.
Yeah. James, definitely try that. You will love it. You'll love it.
Yeah, I mean, I like that type, and after seeing it in the glass, I mean, any reddish, dark reddish, or brown ales, I love.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
we got
anything
to,
else on crypto, James, before we spin the wheel again?
Yeah, McDonald's Twitter joke to Elon Musk inadvertently
Yeah,
created.
did you hear about this one?
No.
There's a McDonald's coin now. $2 million market cap on this because Elon Musk said, "Yeah, we should do a McDonald's coin," and somebody created it, and now people are buying it.
What do you get to buy with McDonald's cryptocurrency? a bunch of chicken nuggets. One cryptocurrency equals one chicken nugget in conversion.
Yeah.
Remember the Hamburglar?
They should put the Hamburglar on the coin, on the crypto.
Oh, is that Grimace? That's Grimace.
That's Grimace, yeah.
No, Grimace on one side and the Hamburglar on the other side.
Oh my goodness, this is too much fun.
He's robbing you blind.
And have the words in Grimace we trust.
The band,
Remember this guy?
the thrash metal band Megadeth has their own cryptocurrency now. I'm not even joking.
Megadeth? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
There he is.
I think it's called Bitcoin or something, like their mascot Vic Rattlehead Bitcoin or something.
Oh,
So
I've heard of Dogecoin as well.
So
Like,
what's
that's a joke, I think.
What's to stop dildo head Jeff Bezos for coming out with an Amazon Bitcoin?
Dildo head?
Yeah, you ever see his head matches his spacecraft, you know, the top of his
No
call that a
comment.
I mean Jay will show you like yeah,
Bill Bezos?
it's a phallus shaped spacecraft.
Oh yeah, the spaceship is sure, but well, there's his. Okay, all right. I see his name there.
Yeah, and now look at this. Look at his
Wow.
head.
The Blue Pill Origin.
He should come out with vibrators for women shaped like his spacecraft. Oh, look at that wicked! Look at that evil smile. The one, yeah. Look at that, Jason. Look at that. Look at that evil. He's like Dr. Evil.
I was just gonna say he kind of looks, yeah. Without.
Yeah. Now the other one with the white around it, where you just see his head. Yeah.
Now he just looks like a turtle outside of his shell or something.
Yeah, he got tortoise head.
Tortoise face.
Look at. That'll be funny, you know, in the middle of the spinning wheel.
Hell.
Dr. Evil.
All right, I'm gonna drink some broth. I'm gonna
You
drink some broth.
$1,000.
You suckers out there.
Ooh, it's a hot broth. All right. I found the spice at the end of the ramen noodle bowl, like I said in the review. It's right down there in the broth. Yep, it's nice.
What's it down there?
What does this look like to you, James? If you were just to get out of prison, having been, let's say, kind of like a Shawshank Redemption. I'm in prison for 40 years. Somebody says, "Hey, what is this?" All right,
I mean, a Shaw Shaft redemption.
the Shawshank
Redemption?
Looks like a schlong. It looks like a cock.
The Shaw Shepherd Redemption.
Shaw Shaft. Yeah.
The Shaw Shaft Redemption.
Robocop's dead.
Shaft redemption.
It's
We
Robocop.
love you, Jeff Bezos. Do it.
That looks like a butt. That looks like a Amazon butt plug.
Amazon Basic.
Could you imagine you
Buy that
order a
basic
dildo and the thing looks just like this?
The Shepherd. They should call it the Shepherd.
Oh
Jeff
my goodness,
Bezos,
James.
a shepherd.
product. Oh, the Shepherd. Amazon Basic, the Shepherd.
Amazon Basic. The Shepherd.
It's too good.
Jordy, what do you think of this spacecraft? You think it looks a little obscene?
Yeah, it looks like Robocop's dick to me. It's bad, man.
Robo,
It's odd.
Like a robo boner.
Roboner.
Roboner.
That's the reason Arnold said, "I'll be back."
There used to be
I'll
a,
be back. No.
there used to be
You're
a
gonna come up. No.
there used to be a baby back rib joint called Bobby Rubino.
What?
Bobby Rubino's, I think. I don't know if
Bobby
it's-
Rubino.
Are we
going to spin the wheel of mythicality?
A place for ribs. Bobby Rubino's.
Yeah, where's Rick and Link at?
Who's Bobby Rubino?
He sticks the rib bones up his ass. He's a Rabono.
What?
Bobby Rabono.
Rick bones up his ass.
I don't know.
Is that a famous rib combo?
Yeah. I'm gonna get too hungry now looking at this stuff. Now that other one, I'll tell you, Dr. Evil.
All right.
Oh my
ready for the
God!
wheel
Is that
again?
is that a Halloween
Right.
mask?
All right, back to the wheel. Round and
All
round.
right, cryptocurrency. We don't agree with it doing here.
Where she stops, nobody knows.
Oh, there it is.
That was fast.
Oh no! We just talked about corporate America, basically.
Job market.
It sucks. Next.
The job market really, really sucks. Now, before the pandemic, employers used to say, we want 5 years plus experience and the degree or the diploma or whatever, the certification. They want 5 years plus. Now that the pandemic has really pulverized the economy, they're probably more nitpicky than ever. Not because they're lazy, because they're not getting a living wage and benefits probably.
No. Well, that you go and get your W-2 in the mail. It's like they already took out $6,000 for every single little thing that they have that the government has to take out from you. So when you think you're making one wage, you're actually really not at the end of the day. But I see what James is saying here, and I had been between jobs before I got the new one that I just did. And I think James is right to a certain extent. I think a lot of these employers are looking for a superficial kind of an employee that maybe, like, they have this thought in their mind, they're going to find this ideal candidate with every single quality possible known to mankind. And I hate to break it to you, but I don't think you're ever going to find that. You can find ideal candidates, sure. You ever going to find any of them that match every one of your little boxes to a T? Not really. And I still thought that ever since 2008 and the last stock market kind of crash that we had, I really honestly don't think that the jobs market has ever really rebounded since that time period. I really don't think so.
I mean, if they want 5 years plus experience, what on earth do graduating students do that are entry level? They're entry level. Where do they go? How do they start?
They don't want to make that. These people coming out of college don't want to make $12 an hour, and I don't blame them.
Look at their student loan. I mean, it's astronomical.
Well, then the other side of that coin is there's a lot of student loan forgiveness in this country, which I understand. I get it. I get the reasoning and the thought behind it. However, stuff just can't be considered free, though. However,
well,
education just can't be free. I get it, but
I got an idea. You see how speaking of astronomical, you see how military spending is with the military and industrial complex and the waste. It's over 60% of the total budget. You can get a lot done by trimming the military spending and all the waste, all the crap off it. I mean, you can get a lot of things accomplished, a lot of nice things.
Do you feel the same way about policing in this country, where we should be trimming the cost of that down, or the amount of money we spend on that?
Wait a minute.
Do you feel like that's more important?
Well, wait. What was that? What was that you mentioned?
I say, do you feel the same way when it comes to policing in either in this country or anywhere else really around the world, that we should be spending less, just like with the military, we should be spending less on policing
Well-
and more on other things that may be, I don't know if it's of greater importance, but maybe that could be utilized in a different way. My thought, my simplified answer to that is no. I don't think we should be in the United States at least diverting funds away from police, because the minute you need police and the minute there's not enough police to do the job, it's like, well, somebody's got to help us. And it's like, see, we told you so.
Well, the way the crime rate is, I would say no. Do not defund the police. Okay, I mean, do not take a few bad apples or a few rotten apples and condemn all law enforcement. You know, that's how I feel.
But we were getting into the job market. I slightly forget how we got into that. We were talking about a little bit of inflation or something like that.
Yeah. We're talking about how many good things can get done if the military was trimmed.
Right.
And then
that's how we got into it.
We went on to the law enforcement.
Maybe.
But I mean, you got almost 1,000 American military bases around the world. We don't need to be occupying these other countries. Get rid of them, trim the fat. That's what I'm saying. And you could get a lot of things done.
What does Jason have on the screen right here?
Jason, what do you got?
He's got job opening. Oh, from November 2021, the numbers in the United States.
Yeah. So James, sorry, I had to go get something quickly.
Okay.
This is just the number of jobs on the market. There's over 10 million. Now, the way they pull the data is a little outdated, but this came out, I think they publish this monthly. It takes them like 2 months to record and compile the data. That's why there is a bit of a lag there. But there's 10 million open jobs. So I think what James and I were talking about earlier is that there's a lot of people not working right now, and there's a lot of good jobs, but it's these companies that say, to your point, James or Eric, 5 years 5 years experience. You need more degrees than a compass, and yet we're going to pay you $12 an hour.
Well, and then a lot of people right now, that looks delicious. A lot of people right now, probably, I would assume it's similar majority list too, that a lot of people are leaving their jobs because, I don't know if it's because of benefits protections during the pandemic, or they feel like they can just go and get some better job. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I would just be a person that says, "Yep, I'm going to leave my job." Yep, it took me a little while to find mine, and I'm kind of liking it. So I don't want to leave that. I'm not. If you're in a position where you can just up and leave your job because, during the pandemic, I'd rather do something else. What are you gonna do otherwise? You better have a plan.
Hey, another job lined up, something.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't have plans, and they just want to kind of fly off the seat of their pants, and they're gonna find out how difficult that is.
Well,
Maybe some of these job numbers reflect that.
I want to toast the fact that people, because of the pandemic, people are working from home. My sister did it. Eric has been doing it. Many people have been working from home, even internationally. My friends in the Philippines, they're doing inbound and outbound call center work from home. I mean, it's great. I mean, why fight traffic? Why leave the house in bad weather? In the freezing cold, scraping ice off your, blah blah blah, and commuting to work if you don't have to. And Eric and my sister are proof of it. And it's a great thing. I just wanted.
Yeah, cheers to that, James. Same here.
Cheers. Are you set up if necessary, Jason, to work from home?
I've been working from home since March of 2020.
Okay. Oh wow.
But I was commuting into Seattle every day, and that really sucked. A lot of traffic. Weather was terrible. I agree with you, James. I was telling somebody we're interviewing for a few positions, and I was speaking to some of the candidates on the benefits of remote work because you have to wake up really early. You got to get showered and dressed, then you got to spend an hour in your car. So by the time you get to work, you're already half drained. Then you got to spend 8 hours at work, maybe 9 hours, if you got to take a lunch period or whatever. Then you got to do the whole reverse commute. So you've been on your feet working hard all day. You've been slaving away over a computer, whatever it may be. Then you got an hour drive home. By the time you get home, it's 6, 7 o'clock at night. You're freaking tired. You're drained. You go to bed early, get up early the next day, and you do this every day.
Do it all over again.
For 40, 50 years, man. It's terrible.
Yeah. Well, my sister has, when she gets up, it's dark outside. And by the time she gets home, it's dark outside.
Yeah.
I mean that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
So
I do.
Yeah.
I do feel like the jobs numbers are steadily climbing, though. I feel like there are more people getting jobs, and there are more jobs available now. That number, whatever that number is, right? That doesn't necessarily tell you what is the salary, what is the median salary range for jobs that are available. Are they all $15 an hour? Are they all 12 to 15, or what? That doesn't.
Well, there's more. I think there are more living wage jobs than ever before, and I'm curious about something. Crystal Pendulum, is the job market much better now because more Americans are vaccinated? Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Now, will restaurants? I know it's difficult because you're indoors and you have. They don't all have HEPA filters and great. I mean, the restaurants that have great circulation and filtration, will they be able to fully open up to full capacity in the near future?
No. Oh.
Well, okay. Leads up to the next question. The booster shots, will they turn out to be successful against the new variants like the Omicron?
Get that thing going.
The booster shots. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right. Back at the ranch. Back at the wheel. Oh.
I'd imagine where Jordy lives, a similar struggle with job market stuff. Yeah.
Very limited. Yeah.
Someone's spamming the chat.
Jordy's,
You see it?
Nutrition.
oh, Jesus Christ! We just talked about. Oh, nutrition.
I think that wheel needs to spin faster and a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Faster and longer.
Yeah, let's give it like a maximum speed spin, and
Ready?
Oh, you want to do another spin? All
because
right.
the arrow keeps on, it ends up in the same area.
All right, let's try that again, right?
Species peer review. Species peer review. Peer review. I like it.
Human rights.
Species peer reviews. Species peer reviews.
BC peer reviews, the hottest spot north of Havana. It is BC peer reviews. All right, anyway.
Human rights.
Human
That is
rights.
even a question. Do humans even have rights?
Well, in some parts of the world, would say no, because of these despotic autocrat dictatorships and human trafficking, and not everyone enjoys the human rights that we have at the present time.
The same rights.
The same rights. The same rights. I'm not saying it's perfect here, but the same rights. Yeah.
Our government is fucked over here, basically. So
Do
do
you have political corruption in Scotland, Jordy?
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially in Scotland.
Oh, I always used to think the third world countries had all the corruption. You guys have it too?
Yeah, we do.
People get paid off, and they take the bribe.
Yeah, my dad got paid off as well from his work. My uncle, my cousin, and I used to actually work for a company called you might have heard of it, Iron Brew. It's a Scotland's most famous soft drink, soda, Iron Brew.
Okay.
I used to work in there.
Good. It's very
good. I used to work there.
Orange in color.
Did they ever offer people like a year's supply of banger sausages and haggis instead of money?
That would be good, but unfortunately not.
Oh, there's Donald Trump's head. What the?
What do we got here? Oh, the baby Trump, the blimp that was in the sky with the
baby
Trump.
Baby.
Yeah, he had diapers on.
I don't know why they showed that. This is Iron Brew. It's like an orange.
Oh yeah.
Orange drink.
Yeah, that's it.
Is it like Fanta?
I used to work for that company.
Kinda. It's got caffeine in it too.
Yeah.
You worked there, Jordy?
Yeah, I did. I worked there for it was 2 months last year. Only 2 months. I'm unemployed right now because I'm a carer for my mum, but I did work at that factory. And there was a supervisor in there who was a complete asshole, and I just left because of him. Because if I didn't leave, then I don't know, I would end up fighting him, man. He was an asshole. He was one of those supervisors who just keeps staring at you, you know. And the last time I seen him, I went to that. Do you like what you see? And I smacked that ass right in front of him, and I walked out. So there you go.
How did that go over?
Oh, not good. I'm not allowed to walk into that factory ever again.
Ever again.
My beer looks like Iron Brew. Whoa.
Yeah.
It does look like Iron Brew.
Huh.
Oh, yeah. You get Iron Brew in there?
Fanta? That's like a Fanta, right?
Sort of. Yeah, it's got more of an orangey flavour. Blood orange. I would say blood orange flavour.
Blood orange. Ooh, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Give it a try, Eric. You can order it on Amazon.
$20.
Can you get that in America? Like, if you walk into Walmart, can you get that?
It's not cheap because they got to ship it all the way over here, right? But
I got a $20 gift card to Amazon for Christmas, maybe. I want some
Check it
more
out.
revenue.
It's good, man. I like the video when you post it if you review it.
Ooh, oh, now I'm getting a request to do some Iron Brew. No, you're not a bot, Craig.
Hey, Craig.
You from New Hampshire, Craig Swenson.
You are not a bot. You
are not the robot, Craig. You are from New Hampshire.
You're not the robot.
Schwarz, a black and white cat like a Felix.
Black and white. All right, that's our president during World War II, Franklin Delano Roosevelt.
Now the cat that used to spit, was that Sylvester, Eric?
Sylvester, yeah.
The black and white cat used to spit when he talked?
Looney Tunes, yep.
Oh, yeah, that is Sylvester from Looney Tunes.
Suffering Succotash.
Suffering Succotash.
Suffering.
Now, was Tweety Bird with Sylvester on the same cartoon?
Yeah.
So, do they both have human rights?
I tore a putty tat. He used to say, I tore a putty tat.
I tore a putty tat.
I did see a putty tat.
I did.
So they don't have human rights. Sylvester the cat is not a human.
Oh yeah, Sylvester has no rights. Right?
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
Tobo.
That's a good song. That's from the
Human rights,
90s.
people. Human rights.
Human rights.
They're tweeting.
Oh, yeah, we're digressing. We're digressing.
Okay, James, what do you have to say about human rights?
Well, I think that the second FDR's second Bill of Rights would have fixed all of that, but the right wingers sabotaged him. He got sabatucci'd. His second Bill of Rights would have fixed all the problems we have today, and he was the one who started corporate regulations, because corporations were quite wicked back then. J.P. Morgan and everything, they wanted child labor during the Industrial Revolution. The greedy scumbags. But this dildo-headed Bezos and the big nose Zuckerberg, they're not too far off from them. They're not too far off. The hawk nose. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, they're not too far off. Michael Hilton says he wants to lay low this weekend for discussing topics. So I said to him, you sure talk a lot on your show.
Pretty much. I mean, he does. Yeah.
I mean, he does. Like with the sunglasses as he's walking. Yeah, the sunglasses.
That's very funny. Yeah, I want to lay low because I do about 12 hours a week on my own channel.
I gotta lay low.
Anybody?
Sorry.
Wow, it's like a rave over there. All right.
How about
You got
this,
the right
James? Speaking of
name.
human rights, are you guys familiar with King Leopold in Republic of Congo back in the early 1900s when Belgium had rule over that country? Talk about that.
It was called the Belgian Conquer.
Do you know anything about that?
No, but they probably treated the people like shit when they occupied.
Let's talk about some real human rights, okay? This is King Leopold right here. This fucking guy.
He looks like a cocksucker.
This guy, right? King Leopold.
Scumbag. Yeah.
This is the treatment. They would cut off people's hands if they were disobedient. This really happened, and it's not really taught in any mainstream university, unfortunately. Well, we just celebrated the Holocaust, not celebrated, but honored, reflected upon the terrible tragedies that happened.
I thought they did that if they stole something, but they just did it as a disciplinary action.
As a disciplinary action, yeah. Raped and pillaged, and yeah, it's just terrible. And this happened, if you start to look at at the time period that this happened, it's not that long ago. I mean, we start to look at when King Leopold was there. This guy, he basically just took ownership of the entire country of Congo. Then it was Zaire. Now I think it's Rwanda. But
okay.
See, I thought the only Leopold I know is Leopold Butterscotch, Stotch from South Park.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Leopold Butterscotch. I love South Park.
Stotch, yeah.
I mean, this happened, not that long ago. It's terrible. And honestly, the country never really rebounded from this. If I would encourage you, if this is an interesting subject to you, to take a look at the Congo Free State. We do some research on King Leopold and all the, massacres. Hundreds of thousands of people died unnecessarily.
Well, this is my idea. If Africa at the time was unified and not so separatist in terms of the different regions, different countries, if they were unified, just like with Native Americans here, if they were unified where they were to attack from all directions in massive amounts of guerrilla warfare, attack the Europeans and drive them out. And Native Americans could have done the same thing if they weren't so separate and against each other in unison, like soldier ants in the Amazon. You know, nothing could, one ant does nothing, but a whole colony is unstoppable. So this is what
this is terrible. I mean, you start to cite some. He was the founder and sole owner of the Congo Free State, so he himself owned this entire land. Think about that. I mean, and this happened, from 1865 to 1909, and there's reports between 1 to 15 million deaths under his watch. Something you don't even hear of, right? Just terrible. It's just terrible. And mainly for the exportation of rubber.
Because of the rubber tree. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I mean, put it into perspective, though, that almost the entirety of the African continent pretty much got screwed up because European nations were doing a bunch of colonization, and then they all came to somehow these European nations that were doing colonization in Africa came up to some consensus of where borders and boundaries were, and nobody ever took into account that there are a lot of tribes now inside of the border with another set of tribesmen that don't really like each other, and now you're creating all these civil wars all of a sudden just because of these boundary lines you just created. Who really has rights now? Nobody was ever asked about how they wanted to be treated in these lands, because nobody was even considering these human beings really human beings in the first place. And until I think anybody got to that point, we got to that point in any regard, it was no one has human rights.
That's true. That's terrible. I mean,
and how much freedom do we really have here in the United States except the freedom to shop? I mean, that's really about it. Everyone's surplus cash is going for living expenses. Cost of living is sucking up everything. There's really very little or no surplus cash unless you're part of the top 2% of the population. Then you have surplus cash.
Yeah, true.
But it's terrible. I mean, I'll tell you one thing. This spinning wheel idea is going over great.
I like it. That's pretty good. Keeps us
sort of on.
Yeah, and it can get bigger. It can get bigger. Well, if it gets bigger, then the font will be smaller, right? Actually.
Yeah. Pet hair.
Okay.
Oh.
I have something to say. Let me tell you something. It's too many people nowadays. Now, this is kind of connected to animal rights activism in a way.
Sure.
Too many people today are impulse buyers, and they'll say, "Oh, how adorable, how cute! I want one of those. I want it." So they'll go and they'll get a pet, regardless what the pet is, whether it be a mammal, an invertebrate, a bird, whatever, aquarium. Well, that's more of a hobby anyway. So anyway, they'll acquire the animal without doing thorough research on how to take care of it properly. And they'll get it. And, then after a while, the thrill of having something new is over. And especially if it's a young person, if it's a kid. And eventually the poor creature dies. Maybe the the Petco or the PetSmart did not take proper care of it to begin with, and then the person gets it, and people just don't do thorough research on the animal they're getting. And if they did that, okay, and they got the right information, then the animal will be healthy, it'll thrive. They will have they would have a lot less visits to the veterinarian, because veterinarian is out of your vet bill is out of your pocket. You know, I mean, it's expensive. And this is what I have to say about pet care. I mean, I have exotic pets, but I did a lot of research. I did a lot of research on everything I do nowadays. You know, maybe when I was young, I didn't do it, but you know, my mom could have insisted on researching it. And here you go. Craig has something important to say. If you can afford or commit to caring for a pet for their life, don't get one.
Exactly.
I 100% agree with that.
Don't abandon your pet. It's not a throwaway item.
Well, also, not even just that though.
That's true.
But please don't try to engage in the exotic style of pet industry where you're not even supposed to have this pet in the first place. Say like a little fucking pardon my French. Say like a little baby alligator here in the United States, or piranhas or whatever, and then you decide I don't really want them, or like say in the Everglades of in the swamps of Florida state, right? Don't go and buy yourself a boa constrictor or whatever the hell it is, and then say, well, I don't want it anymore. You don't take these animals and release them into the wild. That is not. No, that ruins the ecosystem of the wild, and it takes away from the wild's natural habitat. And food structure. Same thing with goldfish and koi. Don't release them into ponds and lakes, please. They are going to eat up the rest of the food source for the other native fish, and then they're going to suffer. Don't do that either.
Well, South Florida is loaded with invasive species that are endangering the indigenous population. Take a look at a common 10-cent feeder goldfish, which is called the comet. The pet shops are loaded with them. This is what they turn into when you dump them in a local lake or river, you know, and they're eating machines, goldfish. They really are. It's a carp. Yep. They're eating machines. And
know what you're getting into before you get any style of pet, and don't just release it into the wild.
Now, hold this image, Jason. This is cruelty. You ever hear of puppy mills out there, people?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Where they crank. You know, they found an illegal puppy mill run by an Amish person in Lancaster County on his farm. So, here you have people that are so devout to their Christian faith, and they think they have a backbone of God, and they're closer to God than everybody else.
Yeah,
because they only associate with their own people. And then here he's running a puppy mill because he's so greedy. He don't give a rat's ass about the well-being of these poor animals, of these pups, you know. And then people don't get their animals spayed and neutered. That's another issue.
Yeah, didn't Bob Barker talk about that?
Oh yeah, look at the cat. There won't be stray cats if people got their cats spayed and neutered.
Yeah.
You know, look at this. It's horrible.
Look at that.
God.
I mean, it breaks your heart just to see this, right? Because someone put this animal in this cage, right?
What the heck?
Oh, what? What the hell?
What plastic?
What plastic?
I needed a good laugh. Where the hell did this come from?
I don't know.
What
Wow.
Well, we do have a sexuality on the spinning wheel. I mean,
Oh my goodness.
I don't think Jordy really orders such a thing.
You didn't order that shit.
No. Who's
How did
Shannon?
you know I have a butt blaster, Shannon?
Is she good looking, Shannon? Is she?
No, she's a fat 380-pound woman.
You mean she's not like the kind of women you see on commercials with the bagpipes from Scotland and the skirt?
No,
Like very,
no,
very,
no.
you know, with the red hair and very firm body, very
No.
tiny waist and all that jazz.
Got to give me that
No.
review soon. A review of the butt blaster. Well,
The
you need to go to OnlyFans for that one.
It's funny. It's funny you
Shannon
talk
Thompson.
about the butt. Now you know. I'm going to tell you about my patented Captain Hook technique. It's not. It doesn't have to do with the butt. All right. For you, we give sex advice too here on Progressive Discussions.
Oh.
Now, the woman, when a baby is in the fetal form or embryo fetal
Position.
before it becomes, it decides whether it's going to become male or female. What turns into a prostate gland in male babies? If the baby decides to be female, what exists as the beginnings of a prostate atrophies and becomes the G spot in a female.
Well,
So the Captain Hook method is simply, if you're giving oral sex to a woman, if you're working on the little man in the boat, you know, the little punching bag, the
This has
clitoris.
turned into a sex education show. I like it. I'm learning
Little Boy
something.
Blue and the Man in the Moon.
Yeah, the clitoris is like a little punching bag, right? A little. If you're working on that, you take your finger and you do a hook, like you're saying, "Come over here." And you go inside the vagina, and then you hook it. And as you're licking and sucking on the clitoris, you pull.
Oh, yeah.
You tap the top of her vagina and you pull towards you like this, very gently, you know, like in and as you're working the clitoris, you keep tugging this way. Tap the top, tap, hook, tap, hook, tap.
There's
Hook.
people out there that are getting turned on by this, probably.
And then she will have the ultimate orgasmic experience, because she will have the vaginal orgasm and the G-spot simultaneously. So that's what I have to say about my patented Captain Hook technique. What happened? Oh,
We lost
he
BC.
left when I was discussing the second
The movement of the hook.
movement. No, you saw the movement, didn't you?
I heard about it.
Got to make that big dollar on OnlyFans.
Damn.
Learn something new every day. Kyle Connor. Sorry, Jordy. Had to give your butt blaster 3,000 a go. It's some good stuff.
Fuck's sake.
Oh, what's his name? BC left. I guess he got nervous when he found out about the Captain Hook. Big
Who are
old.
these people talking about you, Jordy?
Yeah.
What are you guys on?
Do you run some kind of swingers organization in Scotland there, Jordy?
I wish.
Hot butter.
I wish I did have a brothel. That'd be amazing.
Bubba's butt blaster hot sauce.
I don't want to try that, thank you.
I'd try that. I like some hot sauce. Butt blaster.
There's your butt blaster. There's your butt blaster.
Yikes.
Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't
Because you blast sauce out your fucking.
Actually, no, they are cool. They are my friends. Kyle
Anyway,
and
pet
Kyle and
care.
Shannon are my friends.
I think we were sufficient with the pet care, but that puppy mills were really.
Don't buy exotic wild pets either.
That was,
No. Oh no. Oh,
Spin the meal of Nifficality.
that's what I'm saying, dude.
abortion.
Tiger bomb.
Tiger bombs is where you
Well,
go from.
Tiger Bomb is very good to put on the condom if you want to get revenge on a woman. And
Oh, what a burner.
No.
You bang her up the ass, but you put the liniment on the condom so she feels pain and
Oh
suffering.
my god, that is not right. Is that
Some women are probably into that. That sounds like some kinky shit there.
Daddy Jordy, I need some money.
I think you should pay me. Anyways,
Okay.
what do you think about abortion there, James?
I think that hold on. I think, and everybody else could have their take on it also.
Mhm.
I think that a fertilized human egg, which is conception, or an embryo that breathes like a fish, is no more a human baby than an acorn is an oak tree. It is simply a potential life. The Bible says that life begins when God gave Adam his first breath. That's what it says. And a fertilized egg or a man jerking off into a tissue and throwing it away, you're not murdering spermatozoa. You're not murdering sperm, and a fertilized egg is not a baby. These people are zealots, they're religious fanatic zealots, and they belong in a padded room.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus, Shannon.
They belong in a all right, that's my take. Now everybody else can have their take. BC chickened out. What the hell are you, BC? What are you?
On his phone.
BC.
Yeah. Kung flu, word of the day.
Best beer in Scotland, guys. The best beer in Scotland you can ever get. And it's been done.
That's the case, I'd be murdering thousands an hour.
That's the case, I'd be murdering.
Oh, so Shannon is a dude.
Probably. I think we got to come to the conclusion. I think we got to come to a conclusion in a very scientific manner. What is like, okay, so within within the laws here, within all these abortion laws, we have to know what are we scientifically concluding to being life, and when this said abortion here said not happening, right? I do think there are medical reasonings why somebody should be getting an abortion. I feel like if you want to get one, and again, the scientific community can dictate what is actually a time period of, okay, this is way far gone, this is way too far to be an abortion right about now. But in the United States, you have almost every single state making up their own ideals about what that means, about when does a life actually start. And to me, at least, not being religious in any manner whatsoever, and trusting more about science than a lot of things, we got to be a little bit more rational about how many weeks or months is it until your newborn that's not born yet is actually, breathing and living right there before we decide that you can go and get an abortion. I don't think there's a very great consensus. And I think a lot of people, they look at religion. I understand that we have a lot of religious freedom in this country. However, you have the same exact opposite of that too. You have the freedom to not practice religion if you don't want to. I don't really feel like, I think religions kind of has to be out of the equation. I get it. There's so many people around the world that do take religion very seriously in creating and enacting laws. But if the consensus here is that you can do whatever you want, you don't have to practice religion if you don't want, then you alienate a whole other group of people too.
Yeah, what about rape? What about cases of rape? You want the poor woman to carry a rapist child for 8 months?
Well, then you let him up for you let him or her up for adoption.
You know, it's well,
the Supreme Court in the United States. Remember that, James? They had a very interesting hearing about was it Texas abortion law, the state of Texas and their abortion laws.
well, if Texas doesn't want to be a part of the union, they are free to secede if they want.
Yeah.
Nobody's stopping them, you know.
Yeah.
If they want to make it like an evangelical religious so-called cultist religious state, secede.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I don't mind religion. I don't mind. I'm not Christian myself, but I believe there's something out there. I'm very spiritual. I'd probably say I'm spiritual. You know, I believe in ghosts and stuff like that. I don't. If anyone's Christian, then I'm cool with it. You know, amen. But like, there's people out there that take it way too seriously, and you know, they're shoving it in your face, that kind of thing. That annoys me. But
yeah.
Well,
we could be, for all we know, we could be one gigantic extraterrestrial experiment. I mean,
probably. Who knows?
It's possible. You know, what does Kyle have? Kyle Connor, totally against religion, could never stand a religion that says once a woman raped belongs to the rapist. Well, who the hell says that? That's a cult. A cultist would say that, Kyle. That's not real Christianity.
Right.
You know, that's not real Christianity. But this, I tell you, I like this spinning wheel very much.
Have you known anyone? I suppose any of you.
Sorry, my wee brother's shouting in the background now.
That's okay. Have we known anyone that was raped? You mean?
No, that's got an abortion. Have you known anyone?
I know.
That's kind of a private thing. People.
An ex of mine in the 1980s.
Ooh.
You know, and I says, well, I wrote much. You know how many nice things I could spend that child support money on myself. You know, I could buy myself a lot of nice stuff.
How did you find out about that? She told you that?
Yeah, you know, but I was in my early 20s. I'm like, God, I don't want to be no father. Man.
Right.
You know, I could buy a lot of goodies for myself.
Now, I'm not talking about ownership and buying things here necessarily. However, it's almost like the same thing with pet care here. Know what you're getting. Literally, know what you're getting yourself into. Don't just get rid of the thing and throw it in the wild, and then like it's got to fend for itself or whatever. You don't know what you're doing. Don't even engage in the intercourse.
Well, okay. I'm glad Kyle mentioned Catholic. Do you know that in third world, predominantly Catholic countries, they don't practice contraception because the church tells them not to. I mean, the Philippines doesn't allow divorce, only annulment. They don't recommend contraception. In Central America doesn't recommend contraception. So who's going to take care of all of these extra babies crawling around? I mean, if they don't believe in contraception, is the Catholic Church with all their billions in their treasury vault, are they going to support all these extra kids? I don't think so.
Doubt it.
I don't think so. Hey, Masumi, good morning to you, my dear. It is now about 6 a.m. in the Tokyo area. I hope you're feeling better. I know she said she's been coughing at night, but she has no temperature.
How do you pronounce her name?
So maybe it's like a bronchitis because of the weather or something. Okay.
Cheers, Darwin, from Japan. Cheers to Japan from Glasgow, Darwin.
Cheers, Matsumi.
Yes.
Morning.
Cheers from Scotland to
Cheers, pal.
Japan.
That's a nice lacing. Is that the same Innis?
Yep. I just threw it in the bin, but yes, Innocent Gun. Innocent Gun, the original. Honestly, guys, it's the best beer from Scotland. It's fucking amazing. Sorry for swearing, but it's amazing.
I mean, that's a good sign.
It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the lacing on that. That is good. You can also taste it on your lips. There's like a stickiness on your lips after you drink it. It's well brewed. I've got another bottle in here.
Hell yeah.
All right. We're getting back.
Hard hitting
It is.
subjects.
Masumi says, thanks, everyone. Hold on. Innocent Gun. Yeah, Innocent Gun. Yeah, I know. We talked before.
That's very true. They didn't, but they did do a lot of horrible tasting with untested conceptions on it. I don't know, bro.
Yeah, who's going to support all these kids, Kyle? You know, man. Getting back to
There we
Innocent Gun, the original.
James, honestly, try that and give it a wee review, James. You'll love it. You will love it, mate. Honestly, it's so good.
I will purposely search for it.
Definitely.
You'll be able to find it in the United States. It'll be very easy.
If I can find it, I will get it. All right, back to the.
That was £5.50 for a 4-pack. £5.50 for a 4-pack.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
That 4-pack's probably going to be gone in about 4 minutes. You're knocking them down, Jordy.
Hey, this is my last bottle, so yeah.
Innocent Gun.
Definitely, bro.
Innocent Gun. Innocent.
So, James, this is interesting. Speaking of abortion, and I would encourage you, this is on the congress.gov website. An interesting statistic that the majority, vast majority, almost 80% of abortions are performed in facilities in minority neighborhoods. It's almost like, you sort of, you don't put a McDonald's next to a gym, right?
Yeah.
That McDonald's wouldn't get, but you put like a smoothie or a salad restaurant next to the gym, so they know their consumer. And this is kind of an interesting topic to discuss about abortion. Is the majority of the people getting abortions? In fact, 79% of abortions done in Mississippi were done for Black women, 60% in Georgia, another 60% in Alabama, so on. So they put these abortion clinics in these minority communities, and just because they know,
Well, you're right. The Planned Parenthood in my county happens to be in a minority neighborhood.
I mean, look at this right here. Percentages at these levels illustrate that more than 19 million Black babies have been aborted since 1973. 19 million. Think how many generations that's.
That means they're not using contraception if they have to abort that many. What was I going to say? About Planned Parenthood. What was I going to say about Planned Parenthood? Well, a lot of low-income women of all races really rely on Planned Parenthood as their affordable gynecology.
Yeah. I mean, look at what President Nixon said. As I told you, well, I don't want to read it. I'll just let you guys read it.
As I told you, we walked about and we talked about it earlier. That hell of a lot of people want to control the.
He actually said that on one of his tapes too. You can if you listen to the Nixon tapes, it's on there. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's sounds like a very Republican thing for someone to say.
It does.
Do you think this is population control though? I mean, targeting the minority groups, putting these abortion facilities.
Well, when Jesse Ventura's conspiracy theory show was on True TV, one of his people had an interview with someone with a physician that took care of many senators in Washington, and this woman who had to flee the country to live in Costa Rica told Jesse's people that the politician that she took care of said it is almost time to cull the herd. They are using too much of our natural resources.
Interesting.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. So maybe there's something to this worldwide pandemic that maybe the oligarch is controlling it. Maybe who the hell knows? I wouldn't put it past to it.
Right.
You know.
All right, James. Anything else on this? We could go through this entire document, but this is kind of somber and.
Yeah. Well, birth control. I know there are different forms. Some are better than others. There's the one that seems good.
The pull-out method.
Well,
You're right.
The pull-out method is all in the timing, and you have to be you have to do it in a timely fashion.
Yeah.
Quick
It's
about
hard though, isn't it?
Now, if you feel the beginnings of the orgasm, you got to pull out. You can't be like a skydiver who says, you know what? Let me go. Let me drop for another minute. Maybe another minute. Maybe another minute. Then I'll pull the parachute.
I'll tell you that sex is definitely better without a condom. So the pull-out method is definitely the
Well, I
better
don't
option.
like the condom takes away sensitivity.
Yeah.
Quite a bit in my personal.
Yeah, it does.
How about the sheepskin?
Well, the sheepskin is just like sausage casing, right?
Fucking hell, sausage casing.
Yeah, sausage. Now, I used to like Lifestyles Ultra.
Oh, yeah.
Now, Lifestyles Ultra Thin was thinner than the Trojan brand, without a doubt. But if you're going to use it, try it. You might like it. You people out there who use condom, try it. You might like it. But there's a copper IUD that doesn't have any hormones that a woman can have put in to her uterus, but not all women can handle it. It's painful to certain women. When she asks, say, Is that a sugar glazed donut?
It's a donut.
That's a lot of scum guppies there, man.
Oh, that's funny. As fuck. Oh shit, dude.
Look at anybody who can shoot a load like that should be doing porn.
Oh, you need some special effects for that kind of fucking cum. Whoa.
How did they come up with the word bangers for sausages, Jordy? What was the origin of?
Because whenever a Scottish woman sees a cock, she calls it a banger. I don't know.
Banger? You pulled out, right? Yep.
That's wrong.
Maybe you should put that on a spinning wheel. Did you pull out? Did you pull out? Are you sure?
Oh my god.
Oh no, Shannon.
Yeah. Most men can't remember their own address. Never mind pulling out in time.
That's not right.
That's probably true, Shannon.
Listen,
That's
men
true,
out there, please, por favor, please, do not select your birthday. Do not select your birthday as your password, please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
When you're waiting for him to come back with a towel.
Ew.
Oh, you mean Towley on South Park?
No, like towel, like the pull-out method's all over the place,
The old, they call it Wee Willie Winky. Wee Willie Winky. Winky, Winky, Winky. Like,
Who said that? Who said that? Can you?
No, as Kyle said that. Bangers are references to the old World War II sausages the Scots ate that used to have a high percentage of water that would cause it to bang. Oh, so they use water as cheap filler. Shannon, right?
Wow, see, Shannon, I didn't even know that, man. That's cool.
What's
Now,
up?
Shannon,
Thank you for the fact.
are you a dude or are you a woman? What is
No, that's a chick. That's Shannon. I know who she is. She's one of my pals.
Good evening,
Um,
gentlemen.
They're cool. They're cool.
Hello, Bart.
Bart Robinson from the Pine Barrens of southern New Jersey. Greetings.
Cheers, Bart. Hope you're doing good.
Feliz Domingo to you, Bart Robinson.
Happy birthday again, once again, Bart.
Yes, no relation to Mrs. Robinson from the old '60s song.
I'm a smart woman. All right, Shane.
Oh, you know a lot about male issues and female issues and
Whoa.
if you're congested, you know a lot about issues too. When you pull out a pizza from the oven, but it's still frozen.
Oh fuck, put me back in.
That girl looks like she's getting that girl looks like she's getting fucked from behind.
Is that the girl from the what's that show there? The show on HBO. What's that show? Game of Thrones?
Yeah,
She
got a nice
When you pull out, never mind a pizza in the oven. When you pull out, right.
Now, for guys that are with short girls, don't despair. You can always prop up her knees with some pillows, so you know it's not a total loss.
Shane.
Riley Reid.
Oh, you guess you watch videos. Huh?
Riley Reid is getting banged like what's her name? Miley Cyrus.
Miley Cyrus.
She's getting rattled.
Who the fuck is Riley Reid? I've never heard of that.
You gotta shake, rattle, and roll.
Is she a singer? Something?
No,
Who's
I don't
Riley
think with a girl like that, I don't think I would pull out. I think I would shoot my
Oh, Jesus, James.
Oh, aye, definitely. Till it fell out.
in her mouth. The
Till it
old
went.
guppies. If she opens her mouth like that,
There you go, James.
the old
Right, what is that anyway? A donut?
It's a donut.
Yeah, that's a.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah. Is that true, Thomas Middle 75, that there is a tampon made from Native American hair?
You don't want the. No, don't do that. No,
No,
don't do that with me.
All right, James, back to the wheel.
Oh, she's a porn star, Riley Reid.
Sounds like it. All right.
Wouldn't that be embarrassing? Wouldn't that be embarrassing if you were a parent and your daughter
Let's add her to the wheel.
became a porn star? Wouldn't that be
Is that who she is? Riley Reid's a porn star. Oof, I'll be back in a fucking
Riley Reid?
You'll be back.
Oh, it's such a wheel.
Riley Reid's on there. Oh no.
Spinning the wheel of mystery. Where we at?
Oh, divination. All right.
Divination.
Oh, okay.
Terminology for us. Common.
What does that mean?
That means the occult. Anybody have any questions for the copper divining rods?
Will Jordan get laid this year?
Will who get laid?
Will Jordy get laid this year?
Oh.
Apparently so. Oh
Woo!
no! Wait a minute.
This year, there's still 11 months left. Come on now.
Let's
There's
try
still
one
a
more
long
time. Will Jordy get laid this year?
There's 11 months to go. Yes.
All right,
Yes.
there you go.
It even hit you in the face.
He wasn't very
Joe-
definitive.
Did Joe Biden really defecate in his pantaloons in public?
Yes.
He did.
Will James B. Madonna get laid this year? Hopefully. Yes.
Now divining rods is Joe Biden still foolishly trying to make friends with the Republicans in bipartisanship?
That was pretty. That was pretty.
Because is this a Democrat that's actually a pussy with that is spineless?
All right, let's calibrate those things, shall we? Is Eric Fraunfelter, Thomas Middle 75, a registered Democrat?
Nope.
Okay, that thing's calibrated correctly. We got it.
Alpha Divining Rods, do you like the new spinning wheel that made its debut on this show?
Oh,
No. Oh, that's a yes, I should say.
That's a yes.
Yeah.
Should Geordie be a future monarch of Scotland?
Wow.
Damn right, they should have statues of me in Glasgow.
Yeah. Should there be a huge statue of Geordie in Glasgow?
It would terrify everyone, but it would be cool.
Should the statue of Geordie be holding up a huge mug of ale?
Oh yeah.
Should the statue of Geordie have two Scottish lasses kneel down working on his banger sausage?
Ooh.
No. Oh.
Ooh, that is some statue right there. Fucking damn it.
Oh, will Russia really invade Ukraine? For real?
Ooh. This thing is going towards a no.
Ask if Kyle is going to get rattled tonight. Ask if Kyle is going to get
one question at a time.
No.
All right.
Is Kyle going to get rattled tonight?
Is Kyle Connor, you mean?
Yes.
We're going to get rattled tonight.
Apparently.
All right, let's see what the
So no Ukraine war.
at least it isn't Slovakian traffic cone, Geordie. Traffic cone.
Slovakian.
Nah. Shannon said aye.
Oh, you're in there, Kyle. Get in.
All right.
You lucky bastard, you.
Hey, all right. Now, back to there's the nauseating smile of Joel Osteen.
No.
Okay, you had an image up there that I couldn't really bring up because I had the divining rods going. Jason Cleveland had a oh my goodness. Is that an inbred Appalachian from?
Is this an inbred? I don't know.
From West Virginia, near where Ronald Sutton lives.
West Virginia.
Mountain Mama, take me home, country road.
Take me home to the place.
Don't take me home. If I gotta eat wild game and roadkill every day, I don't want to go home. That ain't my. Oh, what you got there?
Beer, dogs, cheap French lager.
Now, where is this from? This deluxe?
Never heard of
France.
Wow.
From the France.
But it's cheap stuff. It's selected for Asda. Asda's basically the same as Walmart. 4%. You can pick up 10 of these bottles for $5. It's cheap French stuff. I'll show you what it's like in the glass. I've still got the Innocent Gun in the glass. I fucked up the pour a wee bit, but there you go.
Oh, it's like a lager. Looks like a lager.
It's
like a lager.
Pale straw appearance, smells skunky, lemony. Cheers, guys.
Well, it's skunky. Well, French women don't shave their armpits, right? So everything is skunky there.
I bet you what else they don't shave. Do they shave their bush? Have you ever seen French porn? Their bushes are like. I prefer a shaved pussy.
So you could plant tomatoes in that, huh, Jordy? You can plant tomatoes. Wait a minute, who's this guy?
You could plant a fucking tree in some of the women I've been with. Tell you that.
He looks like one of the people on those booze hangouts.
He's from France, and he made Geordie's beer.
Oh, he did?
No, I don't know.
Wait, what?
Still can't believe I had to kill my wee haggis pet yesterday, man. I'm gutted. Well, what kind of animal?
Sorry,
That's a goat, right? Right.
You had it put down, or it was livestock.
are you taking the piss? Are you talking about? You put a sheep down because you wanted it for your dinner?
What is it? A livestock was put down to make haggis?
My wee haggis pet. Do you actually have a pet called Haggis,
Okay.
Shannon?
Back to the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
I think she's taking the piss. I don't know. If you did have a pet called Haggis, then I'm sorry that's passed away, pal.
Oh,
Feminism.
Nope, I'm out. You all talk about that one yourself.
Feminism? Oh, God.
James could go on for 12,000 days on this one.
Pardon?
Feminism. Well, feminism was started since it
began.
Since it's not fair, since there's no real equality. Feminism, if you remember the old pioneers of feminism and how they behaved and what they look like, feminism, I believe, was started by the man-hating lesbians like Gloria Steinem, the very ugly Bella Abzug, Betty Friedan. And if you saw photos of them, you would understand that it was probably sour grape. You know, they no man would even look at them, let alone do anything else. So they became feminists. So feminism is a dirty double standard between men and women. It's just a bad situation. Men, when it comes to making a living, women want to make equal pay for equal job. But when it comes to social interaction, they want the man to do everything and pay for everything. It's not fair. It's not equality. And
James, do you think that chivalry is dead?
It's dead for a reason, because men are tired of being exploited.
I mean, I'm sure. Oh, I love that. The Cape Crusaders.
Yeah, Cape Crusaders.
They have a lot to say, those Cape Crusaders.
Probably, I like how Eric's like, all right, James, you got this. And I was just going to talk about chivalry and with Valentine's Day coming up, how it's an assault on the wallet, the average man, and Eric left.
Oh yeah, let me bring it up.
Or let me stop sharing here.
No, that's not it.
Hopefully Eric comes back.
Oh, Eric split.
Eric's gone. Jordy's.
Why? Because is he dating a girl that he doesn't want? He doesn't want her to know that he's talking about feminism, because she might. Wait a minute. Because a lot of men are afraid that that the girlfriend or wife will punish the man by withholding sex if she doesn't approve of something he said or did. I'm trying to get this thing. It's not cooperating. I'm trying to get my.
Maybe I can find it.
No, I mean, I could send it to you. It's just. No, it's just not appearing. It's not cooperating. A share. Okay. Now it's not a slide. Hold on for a second. Oh, I found it. You have to bring it up full screen. Okay.
There we go.
There we go. The Saint Valentine's Day Massacre on our wallets. St. Valentine's Day Massacre on our wallets. Feminazis. You're damn right.
Nuts.
Saying that women are better than men. We really are not. No, you're not. You're not. They exploit the fact that men have a stronger sex drive than them. That's how they have power.
That might be true. That's probably got some truth.
That's how they manipulate. They use that against us because they know men are more desperate to get laid. When it comes to dates, even sometimes I dated this lawyer years ago, and she was a lawyer in both New Jersey and New York, and she insisted on paying for her half of the day at a restaurant, and she insisted to pay for her half of the gratuity, the tip.
Huh.
And she insisted every time, and that's a real feminist, and very, very nice person, very smart, of course. She ended up getting multiple sclerosis. The poor woman.
Yeah,
that's terrible, James. When was
Yeah.
this?
Wow.
But I'm just saying that you can have a well-educated woman that is a real feminist, like what Shannon's talking about. To be fair, in Scotland, there's women out there with a sex drive that would double men's.
Okay.
Because you always think of women from the tropics being hot-blooded. You never think of people from the north being hot-blooded.
That's very interesting, James.
That is very interesting. Because
now, okay, I was waiting for this to make a return. I love the little faces.
Yeah, when you think of northern Europe, you don't think of horny people.
Well, there's not much to do there,
Cheers, everybody.
I love it. That is brilliant.
Oh, you mean the less there is to do in a region, the more people have sex? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like they said, when the power goes out or there's a snowstorm. So there's probably going to be a lot of babies born in Eric's area in 9 months because people lose power and they can't go outside. And
we can't fit anybody else in our school system, for God's sakes. They got to build modular homes, modular buildings outside of the high school.
Yeah, don't you? Yeah, Eric, they call it a portable, but it's a permanent structure. Those portables never go away, right?
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. I don't know where you're going to fit everybody in these schools. That's not even my mouth.
I was actually kind of similar subject talking to someone about funeral homes and cemeteries. Right? Pretty soon you're going to run out of space to bury people, so they're going to dig somebody up that's already dead and move them. They should almost have your plot is good for 2 generations only, because that's all the people that will ever come visit you, and then you fuck off somewhere else, right?
Listen, if a family insists on not cremating, just put them in that shrink wrap machine, the deli, with the ham, the cold cuts are in that vacuum seal, and bury them vertically, like standing up instead of horizontally. So they'll take up very little real estate. Deeper. Put them down deeper instead of 6 feet under. Put them down deeper.
Going back.
Like that.
Is that Jordy making noise?
Yes.
That was Jordy.
I like how it changes the glasses.
What the hell did you do to your hair?
This Dr. Evil Fronto.
Thomas, you're old. What happened? Oh wait, that's a filter. Is that a filter? I thought you shaved your head or something, man.
It's definitely a filter. Yes.
How the fuck did
That
you
is
do
really
that?
cool how the glasses change too.
Oh yeah.
How did you do that? That's awesome, man.
It's called a Snap Camera. Go download it and then go choose it for your camera.
Snap camera?
Snap Camera, baby.
Is it on
Okay,
this?
James, back to the wheel.
Yes.
That's
You gotta
funny.
download Snap
Yeah,
Camera.
hold on, let me get it.
Sorry, guys, I was rolling a smoke. That's why I was doing instead of rolling a wee smoke. What's Shannon saying?
Spinning wheel got to go round.
Ooh, that sounds like
Sounds
brains.
like polka. Sounds like polka.
Sounds like German beer fest.
Oktoberfest music. I like that.
Give me rates again.
We've already talked about it. I gotta delete it. We're gonna
Now,
remove it.
you know, spin it again.
James,
I
did you
just
see
feel
the
that
comment?
any repeats, you just
Spin it
James.
fast.
Add 80s to the wheel because 80s I could talk about 80s all night or James Bond.
Oh, James Bond.
Oh yeah, yeah, James Bond. I love James Bond, bro.
Food recipe.
Ooh, well, I just made some celery soup the other day, and it's my favorite type of soup. My favorite soup is celery soup, cream of celery. You just get 2 stalks of celery, chop that up, mince it in together with some cream, with some hot water, bit of garlic in there. Beautiful. Make sure you have a lot of salt though. James, have you ever made celery soup? Oh, so good.
Drink a beer with us.
Wow, that's trippy. That looks awesome, Thomas, mate. Well, Eric, you know.
Wait a minute, you do the
That was
wave.
awesome. Woo!
Cheers.
That's trippy.
Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone.
I got a wok from China, a nice one with a long wooden handle from Amazon Prime. And
Hey, Shannon.
Cheers, Shannon.
Yeah, Shannon's awesome.
So you know Shannon, all right? Very good. That's Shannon.
her, she's the Paula Dean used to suck on her fingers and stick it back in the pot. She's
Fuck yeah.
yeah, what a slob.
That's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, she used to do that. She used to be a double dipper when she had her show. You know, you get somebody that sticks the spoon, that tastes the food, and sticks the spoon back in the freaking pot.
I've never heard of her. Who is it? Joe Brand or something? Who is it?
It's hard.
Never heard of it.
Now, what do you think about double dippers? Aren't they disgusting?
It's terrible. It's terrible. So I worked with a guy that he wouldn't wash his hands when he came out of the bathroom because he's like, well, I didn't touch anything that had germs on it, so I don't need to wash my hands. And then this guy, we would have like, you know, happy hour at work or whatever, chips and dip, and he would dip his chip multiple times and touch the food, and I'm like, dude, this is out of control.
Yeah, that's bad.
That is terrible.
Like, I wash my hands every time I do a piss.
That's pretty disgusting. Yeah, I mean, you know, and when you wash your hands, the buffet I used to go to, that some of these guys would go right there. They were like Muslim guys, you know. They would go in the bathroom and they would wash like in a split second. They would put their hands under the faucet, under the soap, for like a second for soap and a second for rinse. That's not a good, thorough sanitary way
Start washing your hands, put some soap on there, do that. Get all that shit out there, wash it under. A good 15 seconds.
Now I'm a pretty good cook. You know, well, not because I live alone, because I have an interest in it. And if you have an interest in something, you make it your business to be good at it and to practice. And I have many good kitchen utensils. I like my stovetop grill, my Korean stovetop grill. And
you go. Shout out, Everything is Food. Everyone check out Everything is Food on Facebook. It's a Facebook group created by James, and it's all about food. Everything is.
Shannon. You have 7 years of culinary experience. I welcome you to join the group I created back in 2012 called Everything is Food on Facebook. So you're more than welcome to join.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
it's about Jordy's there. It's about international food and drink. You can
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, Kyle and Shannon are they're boyfriend girlfriend, and they've been going out for ages. I know them. They're from Scotland. They're best friends of mine. And yeah, Shannon is a top chef. She's brilliant. So is Kyle. Kyle's a chef as well. They know all about food. So, guys, definitely join Everything is Food on Facebook. It's a wee Facebook group created by James. I'm a part of it. So yeah, definitely join, guys. Yeah.
Now I want to tell all you young people out there, especially the men and the women, because the women that are not chefs, they do this. They think that by putting the flame on high, that the food will cook faster and it will be better. No, it won't. It'll burn. The food will stick to the bottom, and
Don't do that.
you can't go wrong with a low flame. You just
Slow cook.
I mean, I have cast iron pan, and let me tell you, it heats up. It heats up real fast with a low flame. So dry rub is one of my favorite. Dry rubs are great. There's so many of them out there.
This is one I'd like to highlight. I think you have some of this, Eric. Uncle Steve Shake.
Oh yeah, yes, sir, bub. This stuff is delicious.
Sounds nice. I've never had it, but it sounds nice. I've got Frank's red hot sauce downstairs.
It's on YouTube.
By the YouTuber Leprechaun TV. He is a flat top griller of the Blackstone Grills, and he is very good friends with this Uncle Steve character down in the state of Texas.
Gives me a headache, MSG, Kyle. Gives me a bad
These
headache.
are perfectly blended.
MSG. What's that?
Monosodium glutamate.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
It's like a seasoning, like similar to salt.
Brings you in. It sucks you in, and you have to keep eating more.
Well, I would love to see recipes or videos of your dry rub, your homemade dry rub spice on the group. That would be fascinating. You can post,
nice, Shannon.
You can
Nice,
post
man.
any photos and or videos you want.
Yeah, I know these guys, so I'll send them a wee link. In fact, I'll
There's over 1,000 members, Shannon and Kyle. Over 1,000 members.
And it's your group, James. You started off, didn't you?
Yeah, I started off with just me. As the,
how many members are there now, James?
It's got to be over 1,000.
Wow,
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So Zuckerberg didn't kill that page then?
Kyle, Shannon, added you guys to Everything is Food, so accept that. And go on there and just post your food recipes, post whatever you're cooking, if you're out having a meal at the pub, take a picture of that, send it in the chat, So yeah, Everything is Food, yeah.
I would love to see Scottish pubs and restaurant and Scottish foods and drinking of high quality.
Taddies and nips, right?
James, I gotta show you the beer battered haddock and chips that I can get from my Beefeater pub. Oh wow! And it comes with lemon. What I usually do is it's buttered fish, it's buttered haddock, and I usually cut 4 bits into it and then put the lemon. You get a slice of lemon, pour the lemon over that fish, over those holes that you made with the knife in the fish. Salt, pepper that bitch, and then wait a wee bit, and then boom, tuck in. So good.
Oh, I would love to see fish and chips on upload it to the group.
Sounds good.
And Kay will know about this. There's a place in Clydebank it's it was an old ship wreckage or something like that near the sea, near a river of Quaybank, and it's became a fish and chip place. And oh my god, you get fish daily, and it's beautiful. Quaybank, Scotland, best fish and chips you'll ever get in Quaybank.
Is it near a marina where they have commercial boats?
Yeah, it's near like the docks kind of thing. And Kyle will know about it if Kyle's still in the chat. What was that fish place that we went to, Kyle? It was like this old ship wreckage place, and it was a fish and chips place. Wow, so good, so fresh as well. Like because they're right next to the river, they can get fish daily.
Yeah,
what was that place called, Kyle? If you're still there.
Usually, seafood restaurants that are near fishing marinas are excellent.
Oh yeah, because they catch it daily. Oh, what the hell? That's Chewbacca, ain't it?
That's Eric, about 90 years old. The other one.
Oh, this is apparently Jeffrey Epstein, according to the snap camera. So,
Jesus, Thomas, you're looking old these days, son. Something to you.
How about your favorite? How about your favorite character of all time? Guess who this one is?
Oh, that's Owens.
This is your favorite man of all time, next to Jeff Bezos.
Isn't that Zuckerberg?
Is it maybe? Oh, Mark Zuckerberg. Oh, I hate that one. You're banned on Facebook.
This is Mark Zuckerberg.
You're in Facebook jail.
And that Haddock. McGonagall. McGonagall's fish and chips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sale through in Europe and perhaps the world. Oh, that sounds very authentic.
Yeah, James. If you're ever in this area of Scotland, then definitely check that out. It's amazing. It's so fresh. It's amazing.
That's the place to go.
I would like to buy you a pint as well if you're ever in Scotland.
Yeah, I'll be eating haggis and bangers and fish and chips. I'll be eating them all.
Haggis.
Chicken pakora. Do you know what chicken pakora is?
I've heard of that. Yeah.
Chicken pakora.
Oh, pakora.
Pakora. Pakora. Pakora.
There's the restaurant.
Wow. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it, man.
Get those platters.
Oh, wow. Fucking hell. Yeah, that's it.
Oh,
I like those beef pies with the gravy on top of them. Like that,
they're
right
called
there.
Scotch pies. Scotch pies.
Scottish pies, yeah. Oh.
With the mince inside it. Oh yeah. That's it, man. I've not been. Damn, I ain't been in like 5 years. Wow. Yeah, that's it, Kyle, ain't it?
Okay, so that's the correct spelling. McMonagles.
That looks delicious.
Yeah.
That looks really.
McMonagles.
That's it. Into that boat. That's kind of cool.
You can get a pint with your fish and chips as well. Fucking brilliant.
So was that haddock? That's haddock, right?
Oh yeah, haddock. It was beer battered haddock and chips.
Delicious.
The wide, nice.
And the tartar sauce as well.
Nice steak style.
Do you like curry sauce on your chips, Jordy?
Mate,
I love curry.
See, for lunchtime, there's a wee snack van that's right outside my house, and I usually go there at like 12 p.m. for chips and curry sauce, like fries and curry sauce.
I love that.
Oh yeah, so definitely, mate. I love chips and curry sauce. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Damn right. Damn right.
Look at what this individual did. He used a Celtic last name.
Connolly.
Does that say Von Red? What
What
is
does
Von Red?
that red mean? It means to get the hell out of here and get lost.
Oh, is that somebody that's been adapted? What is that? I see that quite a lot. It's like somebody posting some stupid random crap.
Yes.
Oh, they have meat pies there too. I love meat pies.
The steak pie are beautiful there. I've never had the steak pie for there, but nice. I would try it. I love steak pie. My mum makes see when my mum makes a steak pie, she makes the pastry by herself, the flour and everything. She buys the stew, she puts in the pot and then puts in the oven. But she makes the steak pie with a Guinness. She makes it especially with Guinness Foreign Extra, which is the high alcohol Guinness.
Yeah.
You know, she puts half of the bottle in there and then gives me the rest.
just I want to welcome Mr. Michael Hilton of in the commentary box of San Francisco, California. Welcome, Michael
James,
Hilton.
are you going to get that dry cider?
Cheers, mate.
I'm gonna pour it now. Hold on.
Okay.
I have to rinse the beer residue out of here. Oh, thank you, Shannon. I'll check it out after the show. Jordy, your mom's curries are the best, bro.
Wow.
Oh yeah. She makes a real spicy curry with what are they called? Ghost peppers?
Oh, those are hot, man. Oh, ghost?
No, sorry. Scotch bonnet peppers. Scotch bonnet peppers.
They're pretty hot too.
Yeah. And a Rogan Josh curry. But she buys all these different kinds. She makes a different curry every time she makes one. We had Madras, we had Rogan Josh, we had Vindaloo at one point, and my arse was on that pan for fucking 12 hours. Tell you that. Oh yeah, chips and curry, that's it.
That's really good.
Those are thick chips though. I prefer the thin chips with a curry sauce.
Sounds good.
Thin French fries with a curry sauce is great.
Spicier the better. Yeah.
Like chips, fries with curry sauce, with thin fries with curry sauce, with salt and pepper on there. Oh, you're in heaven. Oh yeah. What's up, Western Mike? How you doing, buddy? Cheers.
Let's go to McDonald's and get some French fries. Yeah.
Oh, I like McDonald's fries.
French fries?
I like McDonald's fries.
Oh, whoa! What happened to my French? You make that your
My
own.
friend Kyle is a manager. Kyle, you're a manager at McDonald's. So tell him about all the shit at McDonald's. They guys have him working like crazy. It's a fucking shame for the poor guy. I feel for him. They've got him working like crazy, guys. It's a shame.
Damn.
Like, if you're going to work for McDonald's, if you ever get a chance to work for McDonald's, don't go for the job, because they have my friend Kyle working his ass off like fucking crazy. Honestly, it's a shame for him.
All right.
What
Good to
happened,
know.
Jordy?
Yeah.
What'd you say about McDonald's?
I love McDonald's, food-wise, but my friend Kyle Connor, who's in the chat, he's a manager at McDonald's. He's a manager. But, like, he works so much, they've got him working like crazy. Like, he barely gets any free time to himself. It's a shame for him. So, like, if you ever get a job opportunity to work at McDonald's, then be careful, because they've got him working like crazy. It's a shame. I can't see him anymore. I've not seen him in ages. But I'm going to meet him soon.
I like Popeye's chicken and White Castle are probably my two favorite fast food establishments. Hold on, Mr.
Yeah. I need some curry sauce. Where's the curry?
Thomas, you look fried. French fried.
I like pudding in a hurry. What is the curry?
You want some wine with those cheese crabs?
That's brilliant, man. I love that. How did you do that?
Snap camera, baby. Snap.
It's a magical,
Snap camera.
magical
That's
young
fucking
man.
brilliant, Eric.
There you go. You know, you can become a burger if you want. Oh, no, don't put burgers on you. No, you can become.
All right, I'm going to pour this. Another delight that was. Hold on, another.
Oh yeah, let's see that here, James. I'll stop sharing. So there we go. Yeah.
Another delight that was given to me in the fermented beverage grab bag by Jason.
Fermented beverage.
Yonder, hard
by
cider.
Jason Cleveland, a Pacific Northwest. I'll be over yonder, and it's got a howling wolf or something, or
What's the
coyote.
percentage?
Hard cider.
All
All
right,
right.
6 something percent.
Hold on.
James, you would like, if you like that, there's a cider in Scotland called K cider, and it's 7.5%.
Oh,
really? I
Yeah.
would like that, man. But this is
Search that up on Google. K cider, just like the letter K and then cider next to it. That's what it's called. It's
James, you
beautiful.
did get the drink really quickly there. I seen you.
Yeah, those hard ciders are really easy to drink. You can't taste the booziness or anything, but you will feel it.
How's that?
This is excellent. This is really dry, Jason. This is good.
Hell yeah.
Enjoy, James. Cheers, bro.
Cheers, James. It's probably the driest you'll find.
Oh, without a doubt. It is. It is. It's the driest that I've ever had, but it's quality. I like it very much.
James, I'd like to send you some Scottish beer and some Scottish cider.
Well, that one you mentioned with the 7%, that sounds.
Hey, cider.
Look up, like the letter K and then cider. It's a British thing. It's hard cider. I believe it's 7.5%. Really refreshing, really tasty. Like what you're showing me right there is exactly what K cider looks like in a glass too.
A lot of
I would say they're both similar.
Okay, so now I have the other one that's the sweet yonder that I'm going to try. I'm going to try next. Full evening. He's on an assignment by the Queen of England sent him on an assignment because he is the new James Bond.
Oh, okay. The Ministry of Defense.
The Ministry of
Cheers,
Defense.
Mike. Cheers, Jason.
Yeah.
Okay, now let me get rid of my mug, and we are back. And all right.
I'm from the 1980s. Hello.
I'm going to grab another beer, guys.
I like that.
Divil beer, 9.8%. Divil beer.
It's Duval. Are you talking about Duval?
We drinking beer. We ain't got no fucking beer. What that wheel spin? What's the topic of that? Come on. Boom, 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 boom.
That music.
Oh, we were talking about that one.
No, spin again.
Spin the wheel,
We
man.
already covered it. I mean, it's terrible.
You want me to do it?
Divination again.
Hold on. Anybody have any questions? We can do a quickie.
Oh.
Anybody have any questions this time for the?
Oh yeah, that's fun actually.
Crystal pendulum. Are we? Is this one of the best gimmicks that we ever came up with? The spinning wheel. Do you like the spinning wheel?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Spinning wheel is a very wise decision. Do you like that restaurant, McMonacle's, with the fish and chips? Is it? Yeah.
If you're ever in Scotland, James, check it out. Dine there.
Should more young men learn the culinary arts so they don't have to rely on women to cook for them? Yes.
Was Robert Ivan Nichols the Zodiac Killer?
Wait, what's his name?
Robert Ivan Nichols. Was he the Zodiac Killer?
It says yes.
Oh, I knew it.
He's dead, right?
Yeah, he died in 2002. I know a lot about that case, by the way. If you ever have a topic about the Zodiac Killer, I'd be up here and talking about it because I know a lot about it.
The show, the popular show called Ghost Adventures, I noticed, Pendulum, that they act a tad bit overly melodramatic on the show. Is that staged to the behavior when they start screaming like girls and everything?
Ghost Adventures, I don't think that's staged.
Well, I mean their reaction, like they scream like girls and they run away and they
maybe it's a bit amped up that way, tiny bit.
with a high pitched voice.
Yeah. There was a show called Most Haunted, which was a British UK show. Most Haunted.
I watched the British ghost hunting. There's a lot of British ghost hunting shows.
Yeah.
The good ones too. Now I have Pendulum. This app that I have on my phone that's electromagnetic frequency spirit box. Is it a good one? All right. Okay. I'll bring it up. Should be interesting. Come on.
James, do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Do you have any ghost stories that you've?
Oh yeah. Well, the house I used to live in my hometown. Oh yeah, there's definitely stuff going on here. Let me just bring this up.
Yeah.
It's coming up soon.
Kyle Connor says, Jordy, tell them about Duvel beer, 9.8%. Yeah. James, have you ever had Duvel? Belgian beer? Duvel, Duvel. It's strong stuff, but very nice. All right, Spirit Box.
Is there anyone in spirit with us now besides the people on the panel here?
You might pick up some Scottish connections because I'm here.
Is there anyone in Scotland that's joining us that is in spirit?
Oh, I heard So Numb.
I didn't catch it.
I heard someone saying So Numb, and it sounded like a Scottish accent.
Do you like our new spinning wheel? Oh, the electromagnetic frequency went down. Oh, now it's coming up a little. See the needle.
Did you pay for that app? Is that a free app? I want to download that.
Yeah, it's a good. I'll send you the app.
Is it good?
Aye, cool.
All right, how do I? They don't make it. Oh, there we go. Okay, back in action. All right, back to the spinning wheel.
No, I'm a Trojan. I'm a Trojan.
Eric, that's funny. What is that?
I think it's a Trojan. Like the condom.
What is your favorite fast food? Well, I already mentioned mine, so
KFC.
KFC's delicious. Yeah, does Five Guys burgers count? That's pretty expensive, but it's good. Wendy's is really good too.
I love KFC. Never had a Nando's though, but I prefer KFC.
Oh, no, the head.
Yeah. Look, it is rooster, live rooster head.
Fuck you.
Kyle says that
That's true.
Jordy is very tight with the. Does he have rubber bands around his wallet, Kyle?
Yeah, I have a padlock on my wallet and everything. KO.
Dude.
No, it's because I'm always skint. That's what it is. I spend too much money on stupid stuff that I should buy, including beer. But wait, yeah.
Would you say you spend too much money on strippers?
I have done in the past, but not nowadays.
Stupid stuff.
They have strippers in Scotland?
Of course they do.
Look up James, look up Seventh Heaven. That's the first strip club I was ever at, and I was 18.
Let me find it here.
All these stripper, beautiful women thought I was cute as fuck, and they were like, "Do you want to lap dance?" And oh wow,
Lap
look up
dance, they do Seventh Heaven, they do lap dances in Scotland.
Yep, but you're not allowed to touch them.
They should.
Man, those girls could be great salespeople for a company making some.
They should call the go-go bar Bangers and Mash.
Yeah, because I would bang that and mash it.
Wow.
Bangers and Mash.
Her name was Roxy. The first stripper I ever had, Roxy.
Of course it was.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Jasmine. I remember her name.
Jasmine and Rock.
That's Seventh Heaven. Well, that's the back of it. That's
the back of it. Yeah, that's where they went out for the cigarette.
Oh.
I went out for the cigarette.
Roxy right there. There's Roxy right there.
There's Roxy. There's a picture of Roxy right there.
No, that's
That's
Michelle.
not Roxy. That's not Roxy. I remember Roxy. Roxy was like pure gothic. She was wow.
God,
Long black nails.
she was the vampire.
Her.
Is that her?
That's Roxy McMonagle.
Roxy McMonagle.
Roxy McMonagle.
Nah, you want to be able to find a picture of her. Believe me, I've tried. There's also another strip club called Platinum Lace in Glasgow, which I've been to.
That's a whole fried chicken.
What is that?
I'll say to your son, I ain't no chicken hawk.
What the fuck is that?
I say that.
That's a chicken.
It looks like a baby chicken. Oh.
Look, the McNuggets have feet on them.
Kyle, you work for McDonald's. Is it true that chicken nuggets are made from baby chickens?
One-legged.
They're tasty, but after I
Jordy,
found out that they're made from baby chickens, I didn't eat them anymore.
Jordy was with they grind up baby chicks. That's disgusting. So Jordy, that you were with the go-go girl with a peg leg, according to Kyle?
A peg leg?
Yeah, he says you were the one-legged Patricia, a one-legged girl.
And Patricia, the one-legged one you love, John. Oh, he's taking the piss. Oh yeah, definitely. How could a fucking lassie with one leg? How would that work?
No problem.
I thought there was no one leg. No, two of these strippers were stunning. And both of their legs looked fucking fine. Trust me, both of them wrapped around my waist looked crazy.
Oh, here you go, Jordy.
Prostitution.
Prostitution is the topic.
Prostitution.
Okay then. Anybody here from Scotland, do you know where prostitutes are and how much are they?
And do they take a check? Right.
And remember, do not pay with the credit card.
Where you
Can I get on a payment plan?
Cheers for a fun night, love. That was an amazing night. So I've got my credit card here. Where do I swipe it?
Yeah,
Use your arse.
These girls
Swipe the credit card in her arse.
These girls can scan your card on their smartphone these days.
You.
Ooh.
Better watch out for those girls.
They're going fucking future. They're going
What is
digital.
that?
They're with the time.
What is that? Cash App,
Venmo.
I think maybe even PayPal. Or something. There's a PayPal. Yeah, they could scan. Yeah. Prostitution, but it is the world's oldest profession. It is. I think that
What's this monkey doing like that?
the same right-wing evangelical fanatics that created that created prohibition are the same ones that kept prostitution illegal. And I want to toast.
You want to toast to this monkey?
Jordy, you're missing the monkey.
It's the monkey show. It's the monkey hour. Nah, it's not toast to this monkey. No.
Monkeys are very.
Oh, you look animated. Eric, that looks fucking cool. That's sushi, man.
Monkeys, they masturbate and they.
Oh, it's awesome, Eric.
On their hands.
I like anime one.
Right.
Anyway, I just want to give a toast, to the state of Nevada for having legalized prostitution outside of Las Vegas city limits, of course.
Yes, they don't have it. They don't have. It's an hour outside of Las Vegas County. Is that like Nye County or something?
Yeah, and what happens is the health department license the girls, and they have to get periodic examinations.
That's the way it should be done if you're going to do it. Yeah.
Yes, and it's indoors. It's in you have to be indoors, not
Okay, work at hotel basically.
Yeah, not on the streets, and it's a woman's body. What the hell, that's what she wants to do. And nobody's religion should ever be involved with making laws, because no one, and I repeat, no one has been able to prove that their God exists. I don't care what anybody says. That's true. Because there's a reason why the founding fathers, the Faja, from Goldmember, the founding fathers kept church and state separate. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have any. They used to have, before we get to the next one here, the prostitution thing, right? There was a law. Well, there wasn't really a law on the books in the state of Rhode Island, which is the next state over from me, 30 minutes south.
I've got to let the dog out.
Basically, they had a loophole in the law that basically allowed for prostitution. However, you could do it if you solicited indoors, and if you didn't do it out on the streets. But then they realized that there's a giant loophole, so they got rid of that. So at one point in time, Nevada and the state of Rhode Island were the two states that allowed for prostitution, so to speak.
You mean they did in the past? But...
Yeah. However, the loophole was you couldn't solicit on the street. Indoors, you were perfectly good until I forget what the year was, sometime in the early 2010s.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that as long as it's indoors. You don't want kids to see them on the streets. Hey, Jordy, your friend here is posting some informador. Were you punt your ass on Union Street, Jordy, every Saturday?
You're gonna put your ass out there every Saturday night?
Bastard, Kale. No, I don't. He's taking the piss.
Oh, you already said that.
If I did punt my ass every Saturday night, then I would be making quite a lot of money.
Shannon calls
I'm not.
God every night. You show your girl worships you.
Cheeky bastard, Kale. Fuck you.
That's nice of her. All right. I guess anyone else have any comments about prostitution? Anyone else?
Wear a condom. Next.
Shannon calls me God every night.
Wear a raincoat.
One more.
Wear a raincoat. Yes.
I think I got time for one more, and then it's time to get with the family here. So I'll spin the wheel one last time.
Okay.
One last few spinning.
Yes. Yes. All right.
That's a good one.
That's a good topic right there.
What's it say?
Cancel culture. The idea that we got to censor a lot of things and.
Oh, wait, censorship. Wait, fucking. I can talk about that.
I just want people. I just want people.
Where the fuck is that?
To know the CNN. He was the number one person on CNN. It's a long story. I just want people to know that so quickly do they forget about the First Amendment of the Constitution. if you don't like something, you don't have to read it or watch it. If you want to debate someone on a subject, you can do that.
Yep.
Or you can just ignore it. Everybody has a right to their opinion, but apparently today fascism is in style. They want to take away our rights to freedom of speech, and I'm against censorship of anyone. And no one should have to change their lifestyle in fear of offending others. Everybody has to walk on eggshells today in fear of offending someone. And this is what's happening with social media, with even the Twitter, even the CEO of Twitter. I mean, it's worse than Facebook. They terminated my account on Twitter because I said something about some of the Democrats when they were debating in the campaign, the Democratic debates. I had something to say about them.
Uncle Ben, yeah, they got rid of his.
They got rid of
Wait,
Uncle Ben.
I just got that link. I'm downloading Snap Camera.
Aunt Jemima. They got rid of Aunt Jemima. They got rid of.
They announced the Pearl Milling Companies. I think the other thing that coincides with the cancel culture is trying to either censor or to try to re-edit movies and stuff that have things in them that
Yeah, I fucking hate snowflakes.
Yeah, like
amen to that. Cheers.
Look,
snowflakes.
Look, do what people did for decades. Suck it up and deal with it.
Exactly, man.
People are afraid to say no. They're afraid to people have to learn to deal with things they disagree with and things that are unpleasant to them. And
I mean, I don't feel like we should have to. I totally agree with that man right there. I don't feel like we should have to start censoring history books because we don't like the fact that history happened, right? History happened, and things in the world were not always like picturesque and stuff. But the greatest thing about history is that you learn from it so that you don't repeat the mistakes of the past. We should acknowledge that stuff happened.
Well, it's a damn shame to tear down a historic landmark because it offends certain people, and that goes for statues from the Confederacy. It goes for anything that's considered a historic landmark. This is education.
And if it has the potential to offend somebody, that's where cancel culture comes in and says, you can talk about that. Washington, D.C., your football team called the Redskins. You can't be called that. But then again, during the course of the NFL playoffs last week, you got everybody tomahawking and going, yo, and there's the Kansas.
Well, the Cleveland Indians want to be called the Cleveland Guardians. How lame!
They are doing that. They are going to end up doing that.
Oh, they are going to do that. How
they are that in the next season? Yep. The Jeff Bezos. Oh, Jesus.
Why he bought the Cleveland. Now it's the Washington football team with a big yellow W on the side. I mean,
Jeff Bezos and the Redskins.
They're going to put Jeff Bezos' head on the side of the
Washington Amazonians. That's not right.
The Washington dildos. But I mean, I just don't. I don't know. It's
we don't agree with canceling things just because a certain amount of people may be offended by something, right? It's like you have the freedom in this country to listen to or believe or talk about whatever you want, really.
Well, but when does it end? That's the danger of it.
I feel like the last. Let me take a drink here. I feel like the last great decade was the 90s. I feel like that was the last time where everything was still pretty much the way that it was, and then you get into the 2000s and all these parents getting all mad and angry and wanting to suppress pieces of information, or oh, we got to censor all these Disney movies now or these cartoons because they had some racy things in them. It's like, this is a part of history. And then people wanted to replace all the guns in the E.T. movie with walkie-talkies and stuff. Seriously? Screw you.
You know, people are going to start boycotting all these, you know, I mean, it's really for everyone to walk on eggshells is going to anger many people where they will start boycotting.
It's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to associate yourself with, or what you want to listen to or hear. And it's also up to the parents. I think it's up to every individual person's parents to decide, okay, I'm okay with my child listening to this, or I'm okay with my child hearing this. Or if you don't want your child to hear about that, then don't let your children.
I don't think people that were going to the state to watch a Cleveland Indians baseball game, I don't think they, or Washington Redskins, I don't think any of those fans had any racist thoughts in their head at all. I'm
watching football. I'm watching an American football game.
They're going because they're supporting their team. They're not thinking of anything bad of Native Americans. It's insane. It's insane. Same thing goes for Uncle Ben's rice. If you happen to like Uncle Ben's rice, which I don't because I buy the good stuff, you know, you don't buy it thinking of anything racist. It's
exactly.
You know, I think the neoliberalism. It's neoliberalism, which is like neoconservatives. They're out of their minds.
This way left.
They're out of their minds. Well, anyway, listen.
I hate to say goodbye.
I want to thank Jason Cleveland.
I gotta run. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Goodbye, dude.
Eric, it's great seeing you again.
I want to thank Jason Cleveland.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah,
hope you have a good the rest of your week and stuff. Until next time, buddy. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
We'll see you guys later. Thank you again. Have a good evening.
I was gonna say, don't be, boy, the clock. Well, you know, I'm not a clock.
Add pussy whipping to the wheel next week.
I'm not a clock. I'm not a clock fanatic, like, you know. Yeah, like certain. Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna run as well because I gotta catch up with my friends.
I believe in Las Vegas, you know, where you don't pay attention to the clock.
Yeah.
But
that's with me. I don't give a fuck about the time or what day it is. Or what date it is.
Yeah, but the point, what I was trying to say, I was trying to tell him that thank you very much for slapping together that wheel. It was a lot of fun.
That's cool. I like that.
It was very.
James, someone's commenting some bullshit on the fucking comments.
I'm not paying attention.
I will help you out.
This guy, Namsack or something. No, not Kyle. Kyle's cool. The other guy. There's another guy.
I'm not paying attention to the.
Cheers, Kyle. I'll see you soon, bro. All the best. Love you, bro. Yeah. Kyle's cool. Kyle's awesome. There's another guy though that's commenting.
You gotta give me all the blue wrenches, James, so I can go in and moderate and take people out.
James, there's a guy that's commented Sister 19 online. What do you think that is?
You know how many and aliases that I just got tired of blocking them. They were all there. I got tired. The best thing is to ignore them and not give them any attention. Like don't give them any attention.
Kyle Connor, he's cool. He's my best friend. Kyle's my best friend. Shannon Thompson is awesome.
Yeah, Kyle and Shannon seem like very good people, and I'm very happy to have them.
They're amazing.
I'm very happy to have them on the group, and I was just trying to tell Jason Cleveland, thank you for making the wheel. I thought the wheel was
real quick, like
very clever and fun. And and you know what? You can always add more subjects, like what Eric said, pussy whipping.
Yep.
You can add that if you want.
Maybe. What do you think of people that are like that and that have that intellect?
Kyle, coming on to chat to you on PlayStation, Kyle.
Oh, you can talk about
What do I think? You know what I think? I do's what I want. When I
So
want.
guys, I'm going to shut off. James, thank you for having me. Eric, you're awesome, brother. Peace.
Oh,
You're splitting too. I might as well close the show.
yeah, might as well.
When I want, how I want, any ways I want, where I want. I do what I
When I
want.
want to do it.
When I want to do it if you wanna. It was an old song. Do it if you wanna. Do it. If
Oh yeah, I know that one. When you want to do it. When you want to. Oh, who done that? Who done that? Again?
Everybody, thank you. I toast you with my dry, hard apple cider, and I will now check. Well, first I'll start dinner, and then I will check.
I'll cheese you with a wee water.
I will have a
I've got beers in the fridge, but I'm going to have a wee water now.
I will fry a big, huge chicken breast with hot and spicy dry rub, and make some organic brown basmati rice on the side. And
are you going to post that on everything is food?
Well, it's my version of a roast con pollo in the cast iron pan, because I don't want to dirty my.
James, see if you're ever making like a roast chicken. If you're ever making a roast chicken, especially from start, put some streaky bacon. Cover the roast chicken in some streaky bacon.
Nice.
And put it in the oven for a good few hours.
Where's Ronald Sutton? Where's Ronald Sutton when you need him? I mean,
no, it's too big.
Ronald Sutton, he's cool.
Does he have a YouTube channel or no?
No.
No, he just joins streams.
I like his burp. He has a real deep, resonant, macho.
Well, he's buying 13 like American dollar 30 packs of beer.
All right, guys, I'm going to shut off. Peace, love, happiness. Here's James for having me on the show. Bye. Love you guys.
My go-to beer. Hams is my go-to beer.
Yeah.
Anyway, it took me 1,000 years to say what I wanted to say.
Good.
Between Jordy and Mr. Cleveland, I try to talk about the virtues of the wheel, but he had to go really quick.
You literally just got another Russian bot in like this very minute. I'm gonna report him just to get.
I think, yeah, it's more frequently than it ever was in the past.
That's what I'm saying. This is exactly what I'm saying. I don't think people realize that, but I've never seen it to this degree. I don't know if all the Russians are trying to like follow what the Americans are doing in case of Ukrainian interventions.
Remember the photos of Vladimir Putin with his shirt off on top of a horse?
Unfortunately, yes.
Remember that? Michael Hill. Now you still out there? Before I close the show, you have any promos to do it?
That didn't work.
Yeah, that photo of him with no shirt on. I guess he wanted all the Russian women to see him without shirt.
That's no.
On top of the horseback.
Ooh.
Do you have a caricature of Zuckerberg with a really huge, like toucan nose?
I can simply give you Mark Zuckerberg here.
Yeah, they were very kind with his schnozola there. It wasn't. I think he got a nose job, a virtual nose job.
No.
Well, my friend.
All right.
I'm going to start on dinner, and it was 3 hours and 18 minutes. So not bad.
No, we got some.
But I think the
wheel keeps us in on topic.
I think the wheel has great potential. Can you imagine all the but you know what he's got to do with the wheel? He's got to make it spin faster. Like
you can probably do a lot of different options. Maybe we can make the wheel. I don't know. Maybe 1 week you can kind of say, I want to ask some questions. Have questions on that wheel, and then we answer some questions or something. Who knows?
Yeah, but like that's why I said it's only the beginning.
Yeah. Spinning the wheel Sundays.
Beginning of the wheel, and I like the Oktoberfest German music.
There's so many different kinds of music you could choose from while you're spinning that wheel. But until that time next week, we'll see the illustrious panel soon.
Bye, everyone, and thank you, and have a slap happy, safe week this winter. February 1st is coming.
I was just gonna say, get ready for February.
Get ready for February 1st, 2022, and very soon there will be Carnival, otherwise known as Mardi Gras.
I'm looking forward to nice weather.
And then St. Valentine's Day Massacre on our wallets will be coming, but I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to worry about that.
The metaverse. The metaverse. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody. Cheers.
The metaverse. Go to the metaverse.
Smiles, everyone. Smile, like on the Fantasy Island. Ricardo Montalban used to tell the little midget there, tattoo. Smile, everyone. Smile.